Hello, everyone, and welcome to Match Day Live with me, Connor. We're missing Ben this morning. Ben is on his holidays. I believe he's in Disney World or Euro Disney or whatever they call it. So we'll be dealing with just me today. So expect an extremely amateur production today for West Ham versus Burton Albion, or Burton Albion versus West Ham. So we'll be here for the next hour or so in the build up to the game. Hopefully I'll see a few of you joining today, and I'll go over this a couple of times just as people flow into the room. But we do have the lineup for today, so I'll go through this. I have it on my phone. I don't know if it's been out anywhere else or it's on WhatsApp, or sorry, excuse me, on Instagram, but I have it here on WhatsApp. So let me just go through it quickly. So a few changes, and as expected, we are leaning a touch on our academy, which is I'm personally very excited by. I tuned in last night, and unfortunately, a bit like the United game, we conceded late on, but hopefully we can avoid similar fate today. So I'll go through the lineup here. So we have Areola in goal. Rusty's just sent across a kind of a higher def version, so I'll use that. So we've got Areola in goal. We've got Walker-Peters, 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗃, 𝗕𝗂𝗓, and Mayers making up the back four. Oh, back five, excuse me, because we've got Scarles in there as well. So it looks like we're playing Walker-Peters and Scarles with 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀, 𝗕𝗂𝗓, and Mayers as a centre back trio. Then in midfield, it looks like we've got 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀 and Kanté, and then excitingly up front we have 𝗪𝗲𝘀, I'm guessing starting wide alongside Adama, and we've got Wilson up top. So interesting to kind of see how we, I suppose, put together the formation today. It does look like a back five with 𝗪𝗲𝗀 pairing Kanté, and then we've got a front three essentially of 𝗪𝗲𝘀, Adama, and Wilson. So interesting to see 𝗪𝗲𝘀 playing today. I know we were thinking that 𝗪𝗲𝘀 might get a position on the subs bench last week, but he's in today. So quite a few changes, obviously, and it's nice to see that we're resting a few and giving some opportunities today. So Jay, let me see. I'm new to this. Let me click. Oh, show. Yeah, let's see. Bringo. Okay, so I'm getting used to this system here. So excuse me for any technical issues, but Jay, yeah, absolutely. We've gone fairly strong. I would agree with that in terms of the back five. And, we were playing some first team players in there for sure. Obviously, a bit of rotation equally. And I'm glad to see the likes of Scarles, 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀, Kanté, 𝗪𝗲𝘀, and Walker-Peters as well. And as well as Areola, of course, getting his game. Obviously, Areola is a funny one. We kind of expected him to keep their first team jersey all season. Mads obviously out in the wilderness, but not so much apparently in recent times. So now let's look at the bench as well. Oh, we have it on screen here. Brilliant. We have it on screen. I don't using my phone any longer. So yeah. So sub keeper is Herrick. Then we've got Disasi, Somerville, Tati, Diouf, Wan-Bissaka, Potts, Orford, and Njala. So I would expect to see both Orford and Njala today all going to plan, and we're not making hard work of today's game, which obviously could, of course, happen. We've been known to do so in the past. Yeah, we love the lineup. Cheers, Fremer. Love the lineup. Yeah, I hope we can kill the game off early and get exactly. Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. It'd be great to see the likes of Njala and Orford get some minutes for their first team. So absolutely echo those sentiments as well. And we've got someone tuning in from Brazil. Nice. What time is it in Brazil? Garage Brewing since 2020. And yeah, I'm watching from Dublin, Ireland here. So not exactly as glamorous as watching from Brazil. And whereabouts in Brazil? Not that I've ever been there, so I won't exactly know the geography, but I know the main locations in Brazil. And yeah, so excited to see, how we line up in terms of, and I've Now, again, I didn't get a huge amount of time to do massive prep. I was out walking my dog and my child a moment ago before. So I did have time set aside to do a bit of swatting, but didn't get a huge amount of time. But this is the first ever meeting, and I am looking at my notes on my other monitor here. This is the first ever meeting between Burton Albion and West Ham in any competition. So it's the 150th different side West Ham have faced in a competitive game. And we've progressed against each of the last 5 ties against League One opposition. The last time we lost was against Wimbledon 4-2, AFC Wimbledon back in 2019. And Burton Albion are the leading scorers in the FA Cup with 14 goals. So from the first round, obviously, onwards. So hopefully we can keep a clean sheet today. Interesting to see how Kilman gets on. I know this would be a bit of a nail in his coffin if he has a bit of a ropey one today. So with a bit of luck, Kilman can perform well. He performed fairly well against QPR, which might, and I think I was saying it after the game, it might indicate what his level truly is, or his level is currently. Kilman not good. Yes, Sam. I think I'm kind of dancing around that point, but yeah, I would agree with that he is not good. But, you know, as I said, this might be his level and he might have a reasonable game today. He did against QPR. Funnily enough, I mentioned a moment ago that I was walking my dog around Marley Park. If anyone's from Dublin, they'll know Marley Park, or if anyone's from Ireland, a little earlier. And a QPR fan noticed the cap I was wearing and stopped me and said, "Oh, listen, how are you getting on?" He was at the QPR game, obviously a couple of weeks ago, and said, wished us the best of luck. Said best luck. He said he actually enjoyed being at the London Stadium, and said that it's unfair the level of criticism it gets. I did push back a touch, but it was a friendly interaction, so I didn't want to get into the weeds too much. But he wished us all the best for today, which was nice. So as few West Ham fans as you see in Dublin or Ireland more generally, I would say you would see even fewer QPR fans. So the fact that I saw one this morning and had a bit of a friendly interaction was quite a turn up for the books. Damien, how are we doing, Damien? Good morning. Keep it tight until halftime, then bring Ajala on from Myers at halftime. Yeah, so and we got Damien go from 5. Yeah, so change in formation at halftime. Yeah, go from 5 to 4. Fremer's back in again. Kilman getting snubbed for an unproven Disasi. Yeah, that you've got to think that. Obviously, I was quite concerned when we were signing Disasi. I was hoping that we might have a few more aces up our sleeve, so to speak, in the centre back, I suppose, position in terms of the transfer window. And it looked like there was nothing going on there. I know, obviously, everyone had pipe dreams of the likes of Charlie Cresswell, but obviously Disasi became the one that we signed after hours, I suppose, on deadline day. And obviously, I did not expect him. I expected today to be Disasi's first game. Was today. That's what I expected. Obviously, as you say, Kilman was dropped straight away. I think everyone kind of feared from that after the melee, or the Donnybrook, as we might call it here in Ireland, the Donnybrook between obviously ourselves and Chelsea. But yeah, Disasi's come in and I think been pretty damn good. He looks like the kind of, I think people were describing it, we've a little bit of a WhatsApp channel going as kind of prime Zuma. So if he can keep going the way he is, and one thing that I was fearful from was like a lot of the conversations around Disasi was he doesn't want to be here. He's waiting for, I think it was someone in Serie A, Milan or the like, to come in and rescue him, so to speak. But since playing, and seeing him perform, like I'm liking the kind of, the fist bumps, the high fives. It looks like he does care an awful lot. And I just want to see more of that for the rest of the season. Kieran, how are we doing? From Brisbane. Thank you. Hope you're doing well yourself. So we've got people from all over the globe here. We've got Brazil, we've got Brisbane. Damien, echoing some of my sentiments in terms of Disasi has looked good in the last couple of games. We've got Metin here asking us what happened to Bowen. I assume we're just referring to the Bowen and the starting lineup today. I'm assuming there's nothing awry with Bowen. I know we're and we'll talk about long-term absentees in a moment, how we might get around and deal with that. But I assume Bone is just being wrapped in cotton wool, and he is just kind of taking a well-earned rest. Could 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂 play center defensive midfield? He did at Barcelona. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I haven't seen him play there or researched that, but I think that when it comes to 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂, what I would predict would be himself and 𝗕𝗧𝗖 taking place taking their place, should I say, as the center half pairing. So that's what I see kind of moving forward. 𝗪𝗲𝘀 has been pretty good. I know that 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂 has been our best defender so far overall, but I think 𝗪𝗲𝘀 has been reasonably good. Yeah, Sam, that's what I'm guessing. I assume it's just being rested. That what I would assume. So with a bit of luck, that is the case. I can do a bit of checking here. We've got a frog in the well. Here we go. Gentlementals. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose you have to be a bit of a gentlemental to be a West Ham fan at the moment. But yeah. So in terms of what I'm thinking in terms of how we see our long-term, absentees and how we might deal with it. And you're all going to come at me now, I would suspect. So we're obviously likely missing Pablo for the rest of the season. What do people think, or who do people think we should bring in for that? Or do we bring in anyone for that position at all? Do we use the formation that we had against United, bring in Potts? Obviously, Tati is going to be a mainstay up front, you would think, with Wilson as an option off the bench. I'm not sure. We saw it against Burnley where we had Wilson and Tati as kind of the front two, or, I suppose it's not quite a front two, but one kind of sitting slightly deeper. I'm not sure if that worked. So, and this is the controversial take. Would Adama be able to take up the Pablo role, or is that just wishful thinking? I have not been, I'm been a big Adama advocate, shall we say, prior to signing. I always thought he was that kind of player who, when he was getting lubed up on the sidelines, about to come on, when we were playing against like Fulham or Wolves or whomever, and I was like, oh Jesus, I hate this. And more often than not, my fears were not realized, in the sense that he'd never actually have the end product, which we all are very, very well familiar with. But I'm kind of thinking, can he be that kind of pain in the arse up front that the likes of Antonio was? Thanks, Irons123. Hi all to you too, Mr. 123. So yeah, can Adama be that kind of thorn in the side? And speaking of Antonio, looks like he might be joining Charlton. So that'll be nice to see him. He had we were led to believe he had a ton of options. It's taken a while. He's had a few false starts at a few different clubs, but it looks like he might be getting a chance at Charlton, which I'd like to see. It's a decent level of football. He has been out for obviously a long time. That injury that he suffered was obviously, I suppose he got off lucky, but thankfully he's all right, and obviously an incredible servant. So what else we got here, Damien? Yeah, rotate Wilson. Here we go. So tackling my wild thoughts. So rotate Wilson and Adama in the league for the next for the role next to Tati in the absence of Pablo, if you're playing 4-4-2. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. Yeah, like as in, can we have Adama in there? Now, again, on the basis of his previous couple of performances, I'm not so sure. But again, I think it's an option. We can always obviously play the formation that we played against United. I thought Potts acquitted himself pretty well. Yeah, rested. I think this is what we're speculating. So it's rested in terms of Bowen. And we see, free market. The thing with the free market, and I was looking at this yesterday, and I was just thinking, like, who's available. So any ideas who's available? Obviously, I was looking at now Sterling. I just saw yesterday he's gone to Feyenoord, which is an extremely curious one. So if there's anyone else in the free market that might be worth snapping up, I was thinking he might be the logical choice. Not that I'd be a huge fan of that move, but I suppose when you're beggars can't be choosers. You know, when we're in the position we're in now, we nearly take anyone. But I think that, yeah, obviously the other options that come to mind would be the likes of a Lingard, and I don't think that that's going to get a runner. We're seeing here people that were talking that we're parking the bus, 5 at the back. Hopefully it's an attacking back 5 as opposed to the old school parking the bus. Yeah, so absolutely. So in terms of the overall lineup, guys, are we happy with the lineup? Do we think that, you know, you're seeing enough rotation? Yeah, Frog in the well, or it thinks, yeah, it's a sensible enough lineup to you. Yeah, and Irons 1, 2, 3 rates Kante highly. Yeah, powerful presence in midfield alongside 𝗪𝗂𝗧. That is a powerful duo in there for sure. I haven't seen a huge amount of Kante. I've watched bits and pieces, obviously, and in the academy, and he had a cameo a while ago. I can't remember against who, but he would have 5-minute cameo. He looked super powerful. So really excited to see him today. Yeah, Damien, you like it a lot. So big fan of the starting lineup today. Yeah, and in terms of who you're most excited to see, everyone, who you might most excited to see. I'm most excited to see Real Madrid personally, because it's such a weird one. I was chatting to my missus earlier about the lineup and who I'd like to see. I bored the ear off her. As I said, we were going for a walk earlier, and I was just boring the ear off her around, who I'd like to see start. So she put up with me. On Valentine's Day as well. Is anyone doing anything special for Valentine's Day? So I was watching the academy yesterday, and I saw a good line from somebody. I'm not sure if they're here now, but the line was, I booked a table for my missus last night, but she wasn't overly impressed because he booked it in the snooker club. So I thought that was quite a good line in the academy chat yesterday. Ian, the commentator, even called it out. So I think it's okay to reuse that one. Irons 1, 2, 3 is Anton. There you go. See, this is me, brand new to the channel. Didn't even know Anton's handle. That's embarrassing. So thanks, Anton. Keep it coming. Okay, so here we go. Greg, sensible approach from Nuno. Can't afford any injuries to key players, and the under 21s brought in have been very successful lower league teams in the EFL and National League Cups. Absolutely. So yeah, we've seen some good success in recent times for sure. So I think having them, they've earned their chance. And we've been calling for a few of these players to come in, obviously, in previous games, and we've seen some on the bench. Pity that Erdis is injured at the moment. It would have been lovely to see him potentially come off the bench or even start. But obviously, it's nice to see Mayers in there as well. Framer, you're back. Kante, should say, is quality. His problem is our midfield is so strong. We've backups everywhere. Yeah, I suppose interesting to say that our midfield is so strong, given we kind of offloaded everyone, which obviously has promoted Kante from within. But it'd be great to see, him today. And, who knows, he might even, it might be great to see him, maybe drive forward and grab a goal. And there we go. Yeah, Anton getting the hellos. Yeah, absolutely. And glad 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗁 playing. Interesting, Toby, I want to see what your thinking is there. I'm, to be honest, happy to see him play too. Like, I feel bad for 𝗪𝗂𝗁. Me and Ben were having this kind of chat last week, kind of saying, feels a bit like a tough time. Like, he seems like a nice guy, I think, and it's just as a bit of a rough time for him. And like, he obviously hasn't performed for the best part of a season and a half now. Came in like with a reasonably good, pretty big reputation, big price tag, and hasn't quite done it. And I just feel for the guy, because there's no doubt that he's getting and he's seeing a lot of this. So with a bit of luck, for his sake, he can have a decent performance today, because he could do it. Handle changed. Handle's been changed. So yeah, there we go. Okay, that'll clear things up. Keep it simpler for me. I'll hopefully understand what's going on from now on. And we've got beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, Spurs. Yeah, so yeah, Spurs. Like, I was just having a look there, like, and what have I got here now? So I'm trying to pull a bit of a ban here in terms of Nami stuff. So it's a strange, curious decision. most of my buddies, apart from obviously all fans of football here in Ireland, are either Liverpool or United fans, but I do have a good gang of Spurs fans. They're all kind of perplexed, really, by the decision to sign him. But I'm looking at here his recent record after the mid-season appointment. So he joined Juventus in 24-25 in March, and he joined Lazio in 23-24, both times being appointed in March. And as a record, has played 9, won 5, drawn 3, and lost 1. Obviously, Spurs would be very, very happy if that was to be the case. But obviously, they're in free fall. They've got lots of injuries. Hard to know if lightning can strike 3 times in that instance where you can kind of pick them up. Obviously, we're not quite in March yet, but we're not a million miles off it. So we'll see how he gets on there. Obviously, as well, you know, what about Victor Pereira? How do we think of that in terms of Forest? Forest's first ever team to have 4 managers in the space of a season. Do we think we're going to catch Forest? I watched the Forest game the other evening, and it was the weirdest game ever, in the sense that Wolves actually could have snatched it at the death when Forest were pushing everyone forward. But having said that, there was 35 shots to 1 or 2. There was one header from Wolves that, I think, towards the end of the first half that wasn't a million miles off, and then the chance towards the end. But Forest obviously had plenty of chances and lots of time taking the wrong decision and passing it when they could have shot and so on. But I was delighted with the 0-0 draw. Very pleased indeed. Yeah, what about the bench? Yeah, like as in, I think that we're obviously keeping a few of the, as they use it in different formats in rugby than they do in football. In football, we would describe it, the bomb squad is like the, you know, who's out in the cold. In rugby, not that I'm a big rugby guy, but Ireland are playing in the Six Nations, and I have to listen to a lot of rugby chat from my buddies. The bomb squad is like, you know, who you bring on, like, you know, with the front 3 that's really going to, you know, annihilate the opposition. So we've got a bit of a bomb squad there. So obviously you can bring on Somerville, Tati. I think we'll come on for Wilson, you would think. Obviously excited to see the likes of Orford and Ajala. To be perfectly honest, I think those 2 are very exciting. So that would be great to see. I think we're probably going to, you know, probably keep the central back 5 together for at least the first half, if not the first hour. Might change to a 4, as Damien was kind of saying. And we're getting further afield, people. Cape Town. Yeah, I've been to Cape Town many moons ago. It was probably about maybe the best part of maybe not a million miles off 10 years. But Cape Town, what an incredible place. You're a lucky individual to be living there. We do got this. I am confident. So I haven't really been asking for score predictions just yet. But if you have any, you know, score predictions or predictions overall, like who's going to shine, who's going to maybe, you know, not have their best day, or indeed who's going to score. First score, anytime score, assister. What do we think? So what are we saying here? Got to get his public perception better, or we'll never get shot of him. And he hasn't just suddenly become dog shit. There's a player. Yeah, Toby, I think you're absolutely right. Like, you know, first of all, you know, we do have to try and protect his value. And at some level, if you do want to offload him, like, you know, he'd be struggling to get, you know, a couple of million quid at this point. But, you know, to recoup some of his fee, if you do want to, you know, get shot of him, elevating that public perception. There was some rumors that the likes of, you know, Palace, I believe, might have been interested. It's going to be one of these things where I'd say if we offload him to whomever, he'll probably turn into, you know, prime Maldini or something like that. Yeah, it's one of those ones. But again, you know, he hasn't suddenly become dog shit. There's a player there somewhere, and I absolutely agree. Whether we find him this year or this season, I'd be surprised. But if we can just kind of build him up slowly but surely, you never know. He might turn out to be half decent. We've got a few more here. Love to have you on Budgie some Wednesday. Up for it. Yeah, I'd be more than happy. Funnily enough, one of my nicknames back in the old days was Budgie myself. It became bird related and then Budgie. So there you go. So there could be 2 Budgies on, but obviously he got there first. Oh, here is a bit of a chat. Yeah, looking for a dominant, high-scoring win today. So, yeah, how many goals do you think we're going to bang in today? And do you think we're going to be free scoring? Be nice to see Wilson bag a few. So, yeah, here's what we're looking at in terms of the lineup. Obviously, we got. I think we got a mistake there in goal. I do think it is Areola in goal. But we have obviously Mavropanos, 𝗕𝗂𝗋, two 𝗕𝗂𝗋s, Peters and 𝗪𝗏𝗏, and 𝗕𝗂𝗋 and 𝗪𝗏𝗀. Okay, in his development, yeah, 𝗪𝗏𝗏's midfield, yeah, it's not surprising. I see a lot of time where you have, in the academy, you might have, strikers ending up being fullbacks, midfielders ending up dropping back to defense and vice versa. So yeah, I've been really impressed with 𝗪𝗏𝗏 over the past couple of weeks. Like, obviously we all know what happened during the Fulham game. It was a devastating moment for everyone. Obviously, none more so than 𝗪𝗏𝗏 himself. Like, obviously, a young guy having something like that happen was very, 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 very upsetting for him. We saw his reaction on the pitch, but he's bounced back hugely. I know 𝗪𝗪 now is back in after being victorious in the AFCONs, but incredibly happy for how 𝗪𝗏𝗏 has performed. Probably a better defender than 𝗪𝗪. Doesn't quite have the same ball in that 𝗪𝗪 has, but few do. And obviously, winning that penalty the other week just showed his ability to make the right decision at the right time, and cutting inside and getting that penalty was very, very sweet. Tudor's been sacked 12 times. Yeah, so I'm just looking here as well, Leo. Yeah, that's right, and it's actually Tottenham's 10th different. It's Tudor's 10th different club in 13 years. So yeah, he's bounced around a bit, which wouldn't fill you with a huge amount of confidence. So with a bit of luck, he will be absolutely useless, and we can continue to slide. First game, North London derby. It's not a walk in the park by any means. So if they can get a heavy beating there, you'd hope things can turn toxic quick. Obviously, you'll get a bit of a chance being in for the rest of the season, but you would hope that it is a rough start. This channel just needs a Welshman who can the UK. We got any Welshmen out there who want to jump on? Happy to have a bit of back and forth here with any Welsh wizards. I'm way behind the comments here now. Yeah, Melissa asking about what's happened to Bone. We're speculating that it's just a rest, so he'll be hanging out. We'd imagine just watching from the sidelines. How's the weather down there? Yeah, how is the weather? Kieran, fill us in. Hot, we're hearing. So yeah, we're not having the same here. We're having a yellow weather warning as of, I think, lunchtime today. So we're looking at pretty chilly weather. We've had some serious floods. So if anyone's from Ireland, they'll know the floods have been fairly severe. North Dublin, which typically isn't our biggest floodplains, you see pictures today of cars in underground car parks fully submerged. So people not having the best time. Thankfully, I'm on higher ground. I'm near the Dublin Mountains in Rathfarnham. So for anyone from Ireland will know where I'm at, although I am moving in the not too distant future. So you'll hopefully see a background that's better. I do have a huge number. They're on the side of a huge number of gallery wall elements coming through. So I've got this bad boy here, Bowen. I've got, if anyone Irish here will understand who 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗁 is, scored against Ireland in the 1990 World Cup. These are those two. I've got about 50 that I'm hoping to have in the background here in the new place. But yeah, so anyone familiar with 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗁, let me know. Yeah, it's more miserable here than the Spurs dressing room. Yeah, absolutely, in terms of that. Okay. Yeah, I play Wilson left, and did that go on? Let's show that one. Wilson left, Adama central, and 𝗪𝗏𝗀 for the right. So Adama through the middle. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be something that Nuno won't consider. We obviously know that Nuno is a huge fan of Adama. He was like probably his number one target in the transfer window. And we got him for, thankfully there was a bit of a negotiation down. There was talk of a 7 million fee that Fulham are looking for. So I think we have a 1 million right now and another mil if we have him up. Yeah, someone has Kilman up front twice. Yeah, I see that. I'm not the tech guy, although I do work in tech in my day job. But yeah, I think we all know that there's a few misses there, but it's all good. Yeah, Scarles is PL level of quality. Yeah, left back. I absolutely think he is a PL quality. Yeah, Premier League quality for sure. Why are we trying 5 at the back again? Yeah, I suppose just, you know, it's good to have a bit of an opportunity to see, I suppose, you know, play a few at the back in terms of where am I looking at again? Mayers. That's the word I was looking for, the name I'm looking for. So seeing him in the back three, maybe it makes it easier for him to start there. But yeah, I wouldn't hope that we'll be using the back five too often from here on out. Yeah, we've got 2 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄s. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If we had 2 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄s I know I'm rabbiting on about Irish stuff, but we always dreamed of a team of Gary Breens. You know, we all dream of a team of Gary Breens, and you know, number 1 is Gary Breen, number 2 is Gary Breen. Now, that's what we dreamed of as Irish fans back in the day. I don't think we dream of a team of Max 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄s, that's for sure. So, yeah, definitely not the more the merrier. Yeah, Salvatore, yes, exactly, top scorer Italian 90, yeah, and he became a folk hero in Ireland, strangely, after knocking us out 1-0 in the quarterfinals of Italia 90. Probably Ireland's most memorable World Cup ever. 94 was pretty good too. Knocked us out. Packie Bonner spilled the ball. Salvatore scored, and he came out of the complete wilderness to play in that World Cup. He scored a handful of goals, got a late enough call up. Don't think he started the first game or 2 for Italy, but then came in and then just couldn't stop scoring. And then afterwards, I think he got a big money mover. At that time, big money move to the likes of Juventus or whoever, and didn't quite happen for him. So it was like literally one localized purple patch, and the rest of his career is kind of average. But how he became a folk here in Ireland, strangely, is Smithwick's is a very famous and popular ale here in Ireland. Not the same kind of ale as you have in the UK, but he was featured in Smithwick's ads. So if you're ever curious about seeing the most obscure ad ever, and he barely spoke English as well. So, you know, 𝗪𝗂𝗁𝗂 did appear on Smithwick's ad for us here in Ireland. So very strange to have the individual who scored the goal that knocked you out of the World Cup in the quarters as the poster child for one of our major drinks outside of Guinness, I suppose. Yeah, no idea what we go for a back 3 against Burton. Yeah, I suppose you and me both, Mandy, but, you know, trying to keep it positive. But yeah, it's a strange one. But hopefully, you know, Scarles, you know, we're talking about him playing midfield, so hopefully he can maybe, you know, duck in there. We've obviously seen Aaron Wan-Bissaka kind of took into midfield as part of the new kind of setup we have, and we can see how Kyle Walker-Peters gets on. Can Wilson survive the full 90 Lord of Mercy? Yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't think he's expected to last the full 90, probably. I think he probably could, but I'd say realistically we'll probably expect the likes of Tati to come on at some point. And I've been extremely impressed with Tati. I think probably everyone has. That header against Burnley, brain just going blank there. I am lacking a little bit of sleep. I've got a newborn, 9 weeks old, so my sleep has been impacted. And not as much as my missus now. She does a phenomenal job, of course, but my sleep, and you know, I've been back to work a week and a half now, or a little bit over a week and a half, and to say I'm firing on all cylinders would be a huge overstatement. Yeah, imagine the chaos at 2 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄s. Yeah, you know, who wants to see it? Jerry Dublin, good man, Jerry. How are we? Come on, you Irons, yes. So a fellow Dub. So, Jerry, if you heard me rabbiting on about 𝗪𝗁𝗂𝗁 there a minute ago, you will have understood all that. Assuming you were around in the 90s, I'm kind of showing my age a bit here. I was certainly a 90s kid, being born in the 80s. So, yeah, Mayers, yeah, number 6. Okay, yeah, look, we've a few mistakes. Euro 92 for me, Denmark, yeah, of course. Yeah, remember how Denmark got pulled into that, an amazing performance. Obviously, famously, Euro 92 was where Ireland beat England. Ray Houghton always turned up for us in the big tournaments. A Scotsman, of course. 𝗪𝗂𝗁𝗂 was in good form, resting whole season before joining us. Yeah, like I did expect 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗁𝗂 to be his first game starting today, and I did expect to see a bit of 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗁𝗂 today, and we probably will. but I understand why they're giving 𝗕𝗂𝗋, not 2 𝗕𝗂𝗋s, 1 𝗕𝗂𝗋, the run out today. The One Football app has Scarles playing at centre mid, 4-4-3. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't be hugely surprised if we see that. Oh wow, yeah, playing football with Jack Charlton's son, John in Australia. Yeah, Jack is obviously a huge icon of Irish football, and one of my favorite men of football overall. He gave us some amazing memories. He was a hugely important footballing figure for us, and one that we all love. There's a documentary on Jack that was released a couple of years ago. I think it's called Remembering. I'll have to think of the name of it, but look up Jack Charlton documentary. It's one of the most touching documentaries you'll ever watch. It was in his latter years when his mind wasn't at his fullest. He suffered from dementia, but an incredible guy. And one of the most important people that he looked out for was Paul McGrath. Paul McGrath, as you're probably familiar with, was an incredible defender, but also struggled with the drink. And Jack really took him under his wing and really protected him when he needed it. And Jack, as I mentioned, his mind wasn't fully at it at the time. And they were showing him video of Ireland in the build-up to World Cup '94, and it was it looked like he didn't really understand necessarily what was going on. But the second Paul McGrath came on screen, he said, "Paul," and it was like his whole brain started firing when he saw Paul McGrath. So honestly, we bring a tear to the eye, and we're all big fans of Paul over here. Yes, yeah, don't worry about it. Just another 18 years until I can start to kip again. Yeah, and who knows, that could be prolonged even further if any other arrivals come about. But yeah, just the one for the right now. So just a new arrival. But yeah, in 18 years' time. So he's a young fella. I've got the kit for this year, but he has to get to 3 before he can be donning the kit. So I have to order a few baby grows, but getting things delivered from the UK is a bit tricky. But with a bit of luck, I'll have him fully kitted out in West Ham gear in the not too distant future. Happy Hammerette, love the name. Yeah, we needed 2 heavily rotation to give us a chance for survival. We would rather 𝗕𝗂𝗋 play in this than any league and risk our centre backs today. Yeah, understand, that we want to make sure that we're keeping our most important players wrapped in cotton wool. 𝗪𝗲𝘀 will be exciting to watch, as would Ijala coming on at half, or potentially as well at some point. Jesse, I think, did a good job. We're going to do a Crystal Palace day. Hope not. You would expect us hopefully to do the business today. Take Myers off. Yeah, go back to the 5. Yeah. So Damien, you've been pushing the change in formation at half time. So let's see if that comes to pass. And then we have seems a reasonable lineup indeed. So what time are we at now? We're not a million miles, right? 20 minutes from kickoff. So let's have a look at potentially what you think our the scoreline will be today. I'm thinking I'm going to go bold. I'm going to predict a clean sheet. I think 3-0. Toby is thinking 7-0, 200-1. Toby going to throw maybe 50. I was going to say 50 cent, 50 pence maybe on that. Morning, everyone. So I'm thinking, maybe a clean sheet, maybe 2-3-0. I'm hoping to see maybe, who knows, Wilson, Adama, and Madrid all scoring. Is that possible? Who knows? Toby from Peter here. He doesn't see Burton scoring that many. So 7-0 was we going for Toby? Were we going for 7-0 to Burton? Was that the prediction we were going for? That would hopefully you would expect to be a little bit longer than 200-1. 2-1 win for Mandy. We're definitely scoring 2 here. Apparently, cheeky 3 on it. I got a 5 and 4-0. So let's see if there's a few goals today. That would be one that we would certainly welcome. Dublin Hammer here, Jerry, my man Jerry, predicting 3-0. We've got 5-0 here. So lots predicting a clean sheet, which we most welcome. Areola's first of the season, I would guess, if it is, because I believe we've only kept 2, and it was obviously Mads in nets for both. So we'll see. Yeah, so with a bit of luck, we will keep that. In terms of who we were most excited to see today, so we had a few saying Kante. How did people feel about 𝗪𝗲𝗀? Obviously, scored the other week in the academy. Tight, tasty finish from outside the box. So something similar today would be lovely. 93rd minute, 𝗕𝗂𝗪 winner. Let's go. So hopefully we can do it in regulation time. Hopefully we don't have to go to extra time against, like we did against QPR. But I suppose QPR was kind of viewed as a game where we're kind of rock bottom. We were, the chances of us, staying up, the great escape seemed very few and far between. And we used it as a great opportunity to build a bit of confidence, even if it did take us until extra time to finish it off. But obviously saw Somerville have put in a great performance. That cross for Taddy's goal gave Taddy a bit of confidence too, and we kicked on from there. So this is a great opportunity for us to do something similar, to build on the good run of form that we've had. We've obviously got a bit unlucky against United. Obviously, Chelsea brought on, I don't know, however many millions worth of players to unfortunately undo our good work in the first half. But we've put together a decent run, and it gives us a big opportunity to do so again today. Yeah, hardcore stuff. Yeah, two big, physical specimens there. So yeah, definitely. Pitch could be dodgy. I think I did hear that the Burton manager saying he's going to turn up the heat in the dressing room. So we've seen pitches in the Premier League have, a few of them have cut up a little bit recently, but I suppose the raining for the last 47 years or whatever it might be at the moment. So we've seen a few of this pitches getting a little bit dodgy, but I suspect it'll be a little bit dodgier at the Pirelli today. So we'll see if that's an equalizer of any description. Yeah, we may never see him again. I hope we do. I do feel like I do feel for 𝗕𝗂𝗪. Obviously, we all know he's struggled, but I do hope that he can rebuild either with ourselves or indeed somewhere else down the line, because as I said, I think he's a decent enough skin. Yeah, so we're seeing a young Vieira and young Yaya Toure today. So with a bit of luck, if they can end up to be half those players, we'd be doing pretty well. Yeah, so 𝗕𝗂𝗪 right back. We're looking at here, Peter. Magasa, more of a 6 than Kante. Kante more of an 8. Yeah, absolutely. So, here we go. Further afield, we got more. We got Lakeland, Florida. So I'm guessing it's probably, how are things in Lakeland, Florida? What kind of time are you looking at? What kind of temperatures are you rocking there? And we've got plenty here now. Win the competition. So yeah, I was hearing in terms of winning the competition. It's not like we're going to win the competition, but I was seeing earlier on our WhatsApp group that apparently the bets have been flooding in for West Ham to win. So a few people putting their £1 piece on West Ham to win, which is obviously a long shot, but it'd be nice to put together a bit of cup run. Although I might be being a bit optimistic, hoping for a cup run, and also staying alive in the Premier League. And obviously mentioning how this might we can build on our confidence going into the next game. Bournemouth will be no easy task, but if you can kind of perform half decent today, Forest have a tricky fixture next weekend. If we could have a decent performance today, go into the next game with the confidence as high as it's probably ever been, even though we did get that kind of sucker punch against United. But obviously, a commendable performance. And I think before the game itself, Ben and Alf was saying, let's have a good performance, and that's all we're looking for. Russ, how are we doing? Are you on mute? Russ,
yes, I am.
Russ technical difficulties sometimes. It's not just me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
There we go. Let me turn myself up a bit. That's better. That's better. There we go. We're all okay now. We're okay. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, as in Valentine, as in Tatty. That's his full name. There we go.
That's beautiful.
Yep. Beautiful. My what's it called? My design skills at this test. And how are we doing, man? What do we think? What do you think with this side starting 11?
Yeah, like there's been lots of I suppose pushback, I suppose, on having the back five. I suppose I don't mind it a huge amount. I'm happy to see Myers starting. Very happy to see Kante also, and Madrid and Adama. I think that what I was kind of thrown out there was maybe Adama could be the Pablo that we're going to likely miss for some time. So maybe seeing how he gets on. I know he'll probably play wide. But I think overall, like, to see a bit of rotation is what we needed. So I'm liking the look of it. And I think most people here have been fairly happy with it. What about yourself?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, when I was at the under 21s yesterday, and was told a few, like the likes of. Well, he said that the guy I spoke to said Kante hadn't travelled, so I wasn't too sure about that one. But he was saying that there was a number. There we go. Just shows you what you know and who you know. But yeah, when he was saying Lewis has gone up and Finn, and I think, do you know what? That's probably the right thing to do. It's a balance. We needed to do a balance, and there's sort of, we know the effect that the QPR game had in terms of basically starting this whole run that we've sort of been on, and we know how, and to be honest, I was surprised how strong he went for that QPR game. I think Wan-Bissaka had just come back from Congo duty and literally was in the starting lineup, and it was a really strong side, and so now I think. I think he sort of pinpointed that game as being the catalyst game. Now we're in a situation now we've got a real chance of maybe getting out of this mess. So there is a balancing act. You want to keep the momentum going. You want to win. You don't want to get thumped. You don't want to have a Macclesfield. I mean, because look at where Macclesfield beat Palace, and they went on a massive dip. We don't want to do that. But in the same way, we don't want to get to a situation where God forbid, Bowen gets injured, Somerville gets injured, Tatty gets injured, then we are fucked. So actually, I think it's a good, it's given the likes of Magasu, who hasn't many minutes, Mavropanos, the fact is Todibo will be back next game, so you imagine he'll be dropped. They'll go back to the back four with him and 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓. Ezra, as you said, playing his proper position, not as a wing back, as a left centre half, which is where he should be playing. And you've got to think the likes of Ezra, Kante. We've got Jallo on the bench. I mean, these guys have played really well in the sort of National League Cups and the EFL Trophy and stuff. We're through to the semis of the National League Cup on Tuesday. Granted, it's a National League side, but still they've held their own really well against the likes of Colchester and people like that. So I haven't got much worry about throwing them in. The only thing is, it's a completely new side who have never played with each other, really. So you would assume they've had a couple of training sessions, maybe. So that's the only slight worry. But Burton are in the same position to us. They're staring relegation in the face as well. So they won't put out a full strength side for them as well for the same reason. So we should have enough to get through, shouldn't we? We should have enough. Yeah,
you would think so. And looking at Burton's last couple of results, they haven't been exactly shooting the lights out. So you'd expect that we'll have enough, and there's plenty to keep ourselves interested as well in terms of the kind of players that are playing. You mentioned that you were at the game last night. How did you? Was it a sucker punch at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, sucker punch at the end. To be honest, we made hard work of it. Leicester made hard work of it. It seemed like two teams who were just not really, who were just sort of going through the motions a little bit. So understandable. I mean, a lot of those. I mean, I was surprised how many of the guys that played on Wednesday played yesterday as well. So, and Wednesday was quite a tough game for them. So yeah, it was. I mean, Leicester were pretty shocking, and we weren't particularly great. Preston had a decent game, and apart from that, it was just a bit of a game. I mean, you've got that sense. It wasn't. Yeah, I mean, Landers is a good player. I think Landers has got it in his locker to really be, if you're looking for sort of a central striker. I mean, he's very clever with his runs. He's very clever. He's very good at manipulating the defenders into giving them fouls, or he runs off the right side of them. Could have had a hat-trick yesterday.
Could have, yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. We look a bit thin at the moment, I think, from a 21 perspective, particularly off the bench. You know, when you're considering, you know, we've got on the bench today, we've got Finn, we've got 𝗕𝗓𝗪, we've got Lewis, you know, we've got 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂 there, we've got Ezra there, we've still got 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗁𝗏𝗧 who's coming back from injury. You know, we look a little bit thin, but yeah, and I think this is a great game to try and highlight the pathway. You know, we talk about this pathway, and I've been banging on about how we've got half a dozen really good players who could potentially make their way up to the next level. This is an opportunity for them to show it. You know, the likes of 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗁𝗏 should theoretically slip into that role in terms of the role he's been asked to play today. Ezra is used to, and that might be a reason why we've gone to the back three as well, because the under-21s do play a back three. And so you've got to think, if Lewis comes in, for example, you know, if 𝗕𝗓𝗪 comes in, example, he'll probably come on for someone like a 𝗪𝗓𝘀 or 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗧. If Arioli gets a knock and Finn comes in, he'll be used to playing with that type of thing. So that might be why we've gone back to a back three, because we could easily play the back four and play the same formation as we usually do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's to see how long 𝗪𝗪𝗀 lasts as well. I don't know how long he'll last today.
Yeah. What have you made of 𝗪𝗪𝗀 so far?
We haven't really seen much of him, have we? Let's be honest.
No, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's quite funny. You see someone like, I was talking to some of the guys last week in the press room, and they were talking about 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗓 and how they never really thought, you know, when Nuno threw him straight in, and you're like, fucking hell. But actually, it shows how fit the lad is, in the fact was he doesn't look out of place. He doesn't look like a player who hasn't played all season, like Premier League football, in terms of the pace, in terms of the fitness. Whereas 𝗪𝗪𝗀 does look like a guy who hasn't played a lot of football. And some people just naturally stay fit, you know, and some people don't. And I think 𝗪𝗪𝗀's one of those players who has to work on his fitness. I remember when we got Calvin Phillips, for example, and even before West Ham, when he was at Man City and stuff, when he wasn't in the starting lineup, it took him 6 weeks to sort of get that level of fitness going. I think it's the same true with 𝗪𝗪𝗀. I agree with Mandy. I think it's going to be fun watching him. You know, and I think the trouble is, I think we look at him thinking, oh, he's a bit like Antonio, but I think Antonio is a better player. But 𝗪𝗪𝗀's younger as well, I suppose. He's got a few years on him. We'll see. You know, this might be a good opportunity for him to go to beast mode and see, you know, knock about a few League One players and get a bit of confidence. And as you said, we might be needing him for a bit, based on what happens with Pablo. I still think what he'll do is, he'll just add. That's why I think Freddie Potts is in the side today, because he'll be the third midfield. They'll go to back to sort of a three in midfield, I think, to cover that for until Pablo's back. But Dave said, is anyone worried about so many changes? Yes, and there's a reason why this is at 12:15. There's a reason why it's been picked up by TNT, because they can see a potential banana skin here, knowing full well that we'd put out. I mean, I was listening to Joe Cole on, friend of the channel, Joe Cole, on TNT just before, and he was saying that, you know, yes, West Ham have won 3 in the last 4, but that's not this West Ham. This is a different West Ham. It's a West Ham who's never played together. So I totally agree with that. Panic buy? Yeah, well, I think we was always going to get the Adama Traore, Peter. I just think it was a matter of when, not if, to be honest. Mandy says Adama is like watching a rugby player playing football. Very true.
He could definitely turn out for Ireland against Italy this afternoon. We'd welcome that. He would definitely knock some heads together. Ireland's rugby team.
He reminds me of the inside centre. What's his name? He was playing in the Lions as well. It's going to annoy me now. He's a similar build to him.
I know exactly the player you're looking at. Showing my rugby knowledge here.
Because that's the role I used to play, the inside centre, so very stocky. And then the guy next to me was a bit like 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗁𝗏, so it was brilliant. I'd crash ball centre and then just pop it off to 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗁𝗏, who'd score.
Is it Aki you're thinking of?
Aki, that's it. Aki, yeah.
No.
He's a unit and a half. Does this team suit our style of play, says Peter? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't think it really does, to be honest. I don't think this is a different type of game. This is playing, no disrespect to Birmingham, this is playing a League One side who, it's going to be a bit sort of, physical and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how Adama copes, to be honest. But we'll wait and see. If you're new, give it a like, comment, share. And also, if you want to hang around after half time today, we are giving away a couple more of these books by a friend of the channel, Simon Green. It was the Heineken DJ. He's the Brewdog DJ now. He's a photographer, and he had access to the bowling last game of the season. That's why it's called 2,398, because that was the last game number. All these of the old bowling. He took some beautiful pictures during the day, during the game itself. It's available, link in the description below, £13 plus postage and packaging. And the money goes towards the Iron Sporting Food Banks and also West Ham United Disabled Supporters Association. So there we go. Just want to give that a plug because it's a very good book. And we'll give away cut-loads at half-time, so make sure you join us at half-time. Very easy to give away. And I know I've got all the stuff I meant to have sent out for the last couple of games. I've done it. I've got to just take it to the post office, which I'll do later on today. Suit Burton. Yeah, Burton's very good. Suit you, sir. Very good. That is a very old reference, Peter, to a lot of people who wouldn't even remember Burton's. Although my mate Tommy Taylor used to work for Burton's. What we got? 5 minutes to go until kickoff. Yes, agree. Do it, Happy Hammerette. Give us a like. Connor, if you need to go, mate, you're more than happy to go whenever you got, geezer. I know you've been on. You've been a trooper for us today. Ben's too busy talking to Mickey Mouse at the moment, so yeah.
I've kept it going. I think I was thinking on the way home. I was like, well, but I managed to. My missus was telling me before I jumped on. She's like, I was like, what am I going to talk about for an hour straight? And I managed to. I ended up having so much to say. And she's like, if there's anyone that can keep talking for an hour straight, it's you. So yeah. I'm happy to do it. So usually I have Ben to bounce off, but today it was just me rabbiting on. So thanks for everyone who put up with me over the past hour or so.
There we go. Go on, mate. You go and have a lie down, mate. Get some sleep.
I'll be on the couch at least lying down watching this. So listen, thanks a million. I won't end the stream. Don't worry. No, Anton always sells Ben.
Don't worry. I'll kick you out. Kick
me out. All right.
I'll kick you out. Removed. He's gone. Right. Connor is gone. I'm gonna. There we go. I'm back. There we go. I can't kick you out, Connor, because you're in there. You just have to just press it. Just don't press the leave button. Anyway, bloody typical us in Australia with the teams coming out and no sound. Lucky we have you. Don't worry, we are here. I've got. I just realised Flo's got. I just picked this. I don't know why I put this on, but anyway, I said Joe got me this for Valentine's Day. Apparently, it's pure gold with diamantes in there, but it's not really. Yeah, I'll be honest. I have no idea of any of the Burton players. I'll be fair. I have no idea of any Burton players, but we'll go through it and have a bit of a giggle. And the magic of the cup is here. Player down in the middle, Wilson to the left of him, and Lamidra on the right. That won't happen. Wilson won't run down the channels though. That won't work, but we'll see. 47 places between us and Burton. Let's hope we don't go for a Burton today. Thank you. And as I said, to all the lovely ladies and gentlemen out there, happy Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day. Yes, very good. Yeah, it looks like they're playing a 3. Well, and TNT says a 3-4-1-2. There we go. Don't forget to also, we've got it down there. We've got YouTube, but we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter or X, we're on TikTok, we're on TikTok, and we're on Instagram. Follow us on all of those because we do stuff just on different platforms as well, just to for channel engagement and stuff like that. But and if you could give us a like, it'd be much appreciated. Russ is the UK answer to 50 cent by having 50 pence. Indeed, although as the one thing always makes me laugh about when Connor talks about euros and cents, they always drop the S, don't they? It's euro and cent, and it's like America math in it. It's maths. Anyway, they've put is Dino captain? Is Dino skipper today? Let me have a look on the team sheet. Oh yes. Let me just check that. I think he is the captain. Let me just do that. Where's the extra? Is he? Where's my extra gone? Is he the captain? Dinos is captain. Captain Dinos. That's a turnaround for the books, isn't it? Really, considering where we thought we were going to be with him. You know, I think he's established himself as a pretty decent centre half, and I think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be fair. He's going to be probably dropped for the what's name game. He'll be dropped for Bournemouth, I think. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. That's why I thought he'd play today for that exact reason. The team is good enough for me, but I would have. I don't think he'd put Potts in because I think Potts is needed for next week. In all honesty, because by the sounds of it, if Pablo's out for a long time, they'll put him in and play. Look at 50s. Oh, it should be a pound coin, shouldn't it? But apparently this is pure gold with diamonds in it. You know, with Swarovski crystals. So yeah, Dino is our leader. Let's see what happens with these boys today. Looking forward to seeing Lammadrid. Watched a little bit of him in the 21s, but he's only played one game for the 21s already. Even their stadium looks like Macclesfield Palace 2-0, 2.0 incoming. And also, please stay with us at half-time because we'll try and do, as I said, some draws to win some prizes. Would be good if Captain scored a goal or two. We didn't let him get in good. We didn't let him go in the window. I don't think we would have let him go in the window, to be honest. We was only going to get one more centre half in. And unless someone came in. Packed crowd at Burton, as you could imagine, the Brewers. Seeing a lot of, obviously, the Ironworks tours and people like that going up there. In fact, the guy who runs the Ironworks tour, I only found out, was my old next-door neighbour. And I met him when we did the... what are they doing? They're taping up. Oh, it looks like there's a problem with the nets. There we go. Good morning, James. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Bright and early. Early for you over there. What is it? Is it quarter part? Is it 7:16 or is it 6:16? I think you're either central or eastern. Oh, look, there is literally another hole in the nets. They're trying to... literally, there is another tie. Don't walk down. Well, I'll probably be mobbed, won't I? They probably think I am 50p. Oh, my God, it's 50p. So, Sullivan and Brady out, no more be it. Someone's done a thing. Someone's done a plane. Oh, my God, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Someone's done a plane. Oh, that's actually brilliant. Oh, he's in Texas. Yeah, so Central Time. Oh, someone did a plane with a banner on it. Oh, my God. Brilliant. So funny. Happy Valentine's. Someone's put Happy Valentine's Day, Jacqueline. Promise I love you more than West Ham. He should have put Valentine's Day. It'd been brilliant. Anyway, we're just about... Hopefully they've fixed... No, they're still fixing the hole in the net. There's enough holes in that net, but there's a bigger hole. So they're just lashing it together. I kid you not. I kid you not. It's not like they've had how many times to watch, to check everything. But they are lashing the net. Why is the game not kicked off? Because there's a hole in the net. There is literally a hole in the net, which is a bigger hole. So they're tying the net together. This is why I love the FA Cup. You wouldn't get this in the Premier League, would you? You would not get this in the Premier League. Time-wasting tactics. Well, it doesn't really act as time-wasting tactics when they don't actually have kicked off yet. But the ref's having a look. They're lashing it together. Jalá should be aiming for 2 in 45 if he comes to the bench. Depends what position he plays. He'll probably play okay, looks like we're going to start soon. Those 6 points he bottled against might be the difference between... Yep, totally agree, Jane. Totally agree. But obviously we're doing enough to start worrying the others. They showed the pitch. The pitch looks fucking awful. It's all cut up. Oh, they showed it. It literally is like a mud bit around the corner. Anyway, there we go. We finally kicked off. 3 minutes delayed. We finally kicked off. There we go. Broken net, bless them indeed. Burton left to right, West Ham right to left, unsurprisingly. I'm going to have to turn this brightness up. I can't see it. God dear, it's an awful crowd and like a shadow of it. Anyway, Burton have got the ball all the way back to their goalkeeper. Hoofs it upfield. Good early touch for Ezra. It's definitely 3 at the back. It's definitely a 3, or 3/5 at the back. or 3 at the back. 𝗔𝗓 up against centre half, goes past him, ball crosses into the box. No one there. They should have started crowdfunding new nets, indeed. Out for a West Ham goal kick. 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗧 there, playing right wing back. Good to see. Tell you what, I think that's a decent side to do the job today. Areola in goal as well. You know, a decent performance of him could potentially mean he gets back into the fold for the game against Bournemouth. Anyway, Burton have got the ball down the wing, up against 𝗕𝗂𝗓𝗄. 𝗕𝗂𝗓, he puts the ball back in. The number 2. Again, I'm really sorry. I don't know any of the Burton names. It's not on my vernacular. I do apologise profusely. Anyway, their goalkeeper, he's going to give it a big old hoof. If you're new around here, please give it a like. And if you're new around here, subscribe as well. We are on the road to 28,000 subscribers, which is actually crazy. I remember once Anton said to me, "Oh yeah, well, my dream is to get to 20,000," and I thought, "You're a fucking idiot, mate. You're never going to get to 20. We never get to 20,000." But we more than surpassed that. So thank you so much for everyone joining. And as I said, I appreciate there's lots of other channels, so thank you for your patronage. And as a thank you, we'll be giving away some stuff. Adama bulldozing his way through. Wilson goes out wide to 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗧. 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧 checks back to 𝗪𝗲𝗀. 𝗪𝗲𝗀's the KWP. The trouble is this team hasn't played together, so there's going to be a lot of, some people have, like 𝗕𝗂𝗓 and 𝗪𝗲𝗀 and Areola and KWP, but there's a lot of ones who haven't played together, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with them, really. But we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. Our opponents are putting themselves in the shop window. Isn't broken a good omen? Let's go. Well, hopefully it means it's been they've let so many goals in that it's broke the net. They are in a similar position to us, really, in terms of their league position. They're in the relegation battle, so it's a great distraction for them as well as us. So they've got nothing to lose. We've got everything to lose, to be honest. Even if we win, we've lost. If it's not a convincing win, that's the trouble, isn't it? Anyways, back to the goalkeeper. 3 minutes gone. Big hoof. 𝗪𝗀𝗀 gets under that. 𝗪𝗲𝗀, was that 𝗪𝗲𝗀? Yeah, no, it was Kante. Sorry. Bit bitty at the moment. Everything's everywhere. Kante manages to get the ball. Traore wins it, and then loses it again. Yes, it's going to be a bit needly to start off with, I think, until people start sort of understanding where everyone's role in this. Anyway, 𝗕𝗂𝗓 to take a free kick for West Ham, just inside our half. Just pass it back to 𝗕𝗂𝗓. 𝗪𝗀𝗀 again to 𝗔𝗓. He's got a few touches of the ball. Good for Ez to get a bit of touch on the ball. Tries hoofing it down line. Wilson pushes the guy, goes out for a West Ham throw on. Do 𝗪𝗀𝗀 or Kante want an easy header? Probably. Anyway, throw on. The amount of foul throws I saw yesterday in that game, a Leicester City game under 21s, was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. It's my real bugbear at the moment is people who can't do throw-ons. Anyway, 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀 back to KWP. Nothing really happening, as you can imagine, at the moment. Takes it back to Areola. Areola takes a touch and then hoofs it up there. Good afternoon, Michael. Hope you are well. So I'm trying to move my thing a little bit. Let me just sort this out quickly. Has Traore lost his baby oil sponsorship? He doesn't lower himself up as much, does he? Ball's going to their number 15, just on the side of the West Ham box. Crosses it in. Oh, Jesus. That was a tough one. 𝗔𝗓𝗓 clears it. But that ball went straight across the corridor of uncertainty without anyone. Anyway, where are you watching it from? From my what's name? From my studio, from the Bud Bunker. Anyway, Scars. Oh, there's a loose pass there. Oh, he put a tackle in. I had a call for a penalty, but no way, Jose. Areola clears it. That was a bit loose from Ollie, to be fair. Kante knocks it up. Traore tries to bundle the defender off. What are you watching it on? On my iPad. Got one of these iPad Pro things. So I'm trying to do it, and I've put it here, so I'm not like doing that all the time, so I'm quite close to it. So at least I'm trying to make some eye contact with you. But anyway. Yeah, I'm watching it on my... legally, I'm watching it on my iPad as well. Anyway, I pay my £30 a month for TNT. Or no, it's TNT, but it's on Discovery Plus now, isn't it? Anyway, free kick to Burton. It's been all Burton Albion, unsurprisingly. They're just showing the replay. Obviously, there's no VAR. It was number 15 could have scored then. That'd have put the cat amongst the pigeons. Pardon me. Oh, they just showed a picture of the Burton manager having a swig of water. How interesting. No, I actually did pay for it this morning, Peter, because I realised I couldn't. It wasn't on my my other thing because it's not on Peacock. Anyway, free kick to Burton. They put it into the box. Pretty poor. Taking a shot out. West Ham. We're holding on. Yeah, we're running the clock down for pens indeed. Yes. Looking much better these days. It is. I mean, but again, this side is not the side that has had such good, response in the last. Oh, actually, I'll cancel you. Oh dear. It's not the same side which has had obviously a lot more brightness up. Yes. No. Turn the brightness up on my computer. Nope. I want that one. That's better. It's a different side, isn't it? First time in, I don't know how long that I've watched the game sitting down and relaxed. For me, Magassa would be better suited to the left of the pivot, more defensive than Kante. There we go. Bet they score first. They probably do. They probably will do, knowing us, Peter. We're all a bit too old in the teeth, aren't we, in terms of knowing... in terms of the old supporting West Ham far too often. Ollie Scar's taking the throw and just in line for our box. Really nice old school. Oh, it's got Russell all the way around. It's been sponsored by Russell. There we go. That is a sign. That whole stand is sponsored by Russell. Second half, all the goals are going in that goal. Anyway, then number two's got the ball, chipped the ball forward. Mav, maybe a little bit rough on the centre forward. He's went down. They've tried to call it a free kick or penalty, and the rest just absolutely waded away. Obviously, no VAR in the FA Cups. They've crossed it across. I mean, it's been all Burton. Ariola's caught that cross before there was any issues there. They've gone to... I'm going to change that. They've gone to BTN. I'm going to change that to BTN. BTN. There we no, not BBTN. There we go. We'll change to BTN just to do it because that's what TNT have done. Anyway, Ollie to 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗔. Oh, nice little pass. Wilson just couldn't get to it, but he's managed to get it back, hit the ball. Ollie Scarls is having a look. Where's he going to go? Going to go back to Kante. Kante chips it back to Ezra. Obviously, those two play together. So, the under 21, so you understand how they play together, which is good in terms of those sort of passages of play. Centre half's playing around the back. Goes back to Stavropoulos. Stavropoulos probably going to go to 𝗕𝗂𝗁𝗏. No, he turns. Goes to Kilman. And then Burton put the press on. Did anyone see the Premier League did a sort of analysis of Tati's goal with Diouf? It's fantastic because they do it from the player's perspective and say, it's like they showed sort of the Fernandez pass. It was like how, what he had in front of him and how well he slotted that through and what Diouf had and what Somerville did. And really interesting, really interesting breaking down that goal. Anyway, Adama up against the centre half. Obviously, he's not going to lose that in a battle, in a physical battle. KWP back to Adama. Back to 𝗕𝗂𝗁𝗏. Goes to Stavropoulos back to Kilman, and they go. Can't see off the pitch. I know, it's awful, isn't it? Awful. That was one thing about the London Stadium. The London Stadium was built in a way where you shouldn't be able to get I think it was something about the shadow sight lines, but clearly not here. Cross by West Ham, absolutely shit cross. Anyway, out for a goal kick. It is awful, isn't it? I was Traore. Is he like bulked up even more since the lot? He looks like, do you know what he looks like? He looks like one of those AI pictures of like a superhero. That's what he looks like now. He's so big. They showed the 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗘 charge, and I think that could have gone for a penalty. I think they went to VAR. I think they would have called that. Oh, dear. It is. Good. I'm back. Do we look up for this? I'm going to have to pace around now. We look disjointed, as you would assume, as you would imagine, given the fact that we haven't played. This team's never played together, you know, in terms of it 1 to 11, so to speak. Anyway, Kante's got the ball, goes wide out to 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗘. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗘, poor ball. Poor ball by Mav, and then they want to attack. Does well to retrieve it. KWP's now got the ball. Where's he going to do? He's going to cut inside. Kante out wide to 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗫. 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗫, very heavy touch. Very heavy touch. Loses possession. Ezra does well to get in the way of that. And now they're on the attack. Number 22. 22 turns. Lays on the takes a shot. Blocked by KWP. Yeah, time for a sub. Yep. Time for a sub. Traore turns and he's off. Who's going to stop him? Traore still going, running to the box. Then Wilson cuts in. What the fuck was that? Was he offside? Was he offside? That was shit. Oh, he was offside. About to say, otherwise it was shit. Traore just like literally just went, and once he gets up to speed, he's pretty impressive. But he gets the ball and just runs. And I think he should have probably just carried on running and just bulldozed his way through. But he laid onto Wilson, who then was offside. So I think you're going to see 12 minutes gone, and they're doing the no more BS things. Anyway, there we go, offside. They will try things they wouldn't do in the league, like pops from outside the box. They should do. I'd like to see them try. Just maybe press what my thing's just gone down. It's nice. There we go. We're back. Wilson holds up the ball. Then absolutely canes it to KWP. Great first touch by KWP because it was like up in the air. Adama's sniffing around for a lot of this ball. Magassa out to Ollie Skulls. Ollie's having an awful game to start with. Awful. Kante. See, and this is why if you watch it, I mean, Kante lost the ball, then gave away the foul. That's what he does a lot for under 21s. That's what I'm saying. He's not like the finished artist. He's very raw. He's a good player, but very raw. And he does do that a lot. He does lose possession. He does do a lot of fouls. Overhits passes. So there's a lot of his game he still needs to develop. So I know people be calling for him to get into the side. He's not ready to be in the first team Premier League side. In my opinion, having watched a lot of him live. What do you think about Spurs manager? Can he keep them up? Don Hutchinson on Twitter, obviously he does a lot of co-com for Italian football. Reckons he'll keep them up. A bit of a weird one. It's quite funny. I was watching a lot of Tottenham fan channels and getting their opinions, and some were like, yeah, well, he's okay, he might do enough, he's a good manager. We'll wait and see. I think their problems are a lot. I mean, you talk about us as being a badly run club, but you look at Spurs, you look at Forest, and I know we're not particularly greatly run, but I just think they're fucking. I mean, look at Marinakis. You know what I mean? Third manager this season. And it's Victor Pereira who basically pretty much took Wolves down, or all but took them down. Anyway, throw to Burton. Obviously, they got a long throw specialist. I think it's number 10 or number 11. We'll wait and see. If you enjoy me blabbering on, please give it a like. It does help. Number 10, Shade. Is he going to put some? He's in the shade as well. He's in the shade, ironically. But will the shade player throw it in time. Spurs will stay up. They have 11 players out right now, so return. But a lot of them won't return yet. You know, and Spurs have got four like the rest of their February is awful. And I just, they'll be dragged in. They will be dragged in. But also Brighton. I think Brighton are going to be dragged in. And it's someone I've been banging about them for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Long throw, missed by the centre halves. Their guy, put it out wide. I just think they're going to really struggle. But everyone's playing everyone. You know, we've still got to play Wolves. We've still got to play Bournemouth. We've still got to play Palace. You know, and Leeds. Everyone seems to play in each other. I know we've got tough games as well, Peter, but I'm saying, you know, Spurs have got tough games as well. But I think there's some games, you know, we can put an X, so to speak, or an L already by the things like Man City at home, Arsenal at home. We know we're not going to get points there. Anything will be a bonus point, I think, for us out of those 2 games. But, you know, we've still got to play Everton. Fancy us against Everton. I fancy us at home against Bournemouth. Bournemouth a good side, but I still fancy us. I fancy us at home against Wolves. Fulham's always a really good game. Newcastle away is always a really good game. Leeds at home, last game of the season. Hopefully by then Leeds will be well clear and they'll be sort of like on the beach. So there's enough there. I go in, you know, exactly. I believe every game is winnable, Gaz. I really do. But I think sometimes, you know, like Man United game, for example, we all thought we'd probably get a draw. But a draw will be a great result for us. A few people said, we're going to win, but obviously in hindsight, it's a great thing to go back and see when they actually said that. The chances are they probably said it after about 60 minutes on Tuesday. But I think for us, I've got my headphones on. I don't need my headphones on. I just think for us, we just need to sort of pan out that. I mean, you know, the Man United game would have been brilliant. The Man United game would have been a fantastic game for us to have got 3 points, but it didn't happen. Anyway, West Ham have got a corner sponsored by Russell. Hey, Alfie Boo! Hello. I'm watching the football on the stream. You all right? Good to see you, my man. What's that? Oh, because I do. You all right? How was what's name? How was seeing your old friends? Good? Come and say hello to everybody. This is Alfie. This is my friend from Ireland.
Hello.
My friend from Ireland. He's just come back for a few days. But yeah. There we go. Bye. Bye. Watch the dog poo. Anyway, there we go. Good old Alfie. So their family moved to Ireland. Flo is best friends with his sister. So there we go. But they went back to Ireland, so they've come over for a little bit. Anyway, crossing. Oh, decent cross. Adama's still got the ball. He's so bad. Adama still managed to miss past something and still got back. Lamajrid, little ball out wide to Magassa. Magassa done really well there. And then my stream's gone down again. This TNT app's rubbish here. Do you have dog poo in the house? No, I don't. I don't have dog poo in the house, Peter. But what I do have is I have a dog who poos in the garden. Anyway, I think we need to have either Kante off and bring on someone to progress the ball. Yeah, probably. Or give them different jobs to do. Anyway, ball. Carl Walker Peters as well. Anyway, Ezra out to Traore, who's now on the left. Ezra May is back to Kilman. Kilman goes to 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗧. 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗧 back to Kilman. Just playing around the back, really, not doing nothing, not really progressing the ball at all. 20 minutes gone. It's Burton 0, West Ham 0. Hopefully not going for Burton today. Struggling to away. Do you know what we had 5 teenage girls over having a sleepover because like the Flo's friend was here as well, except for Ireland, so they all came over, all the old school friends, and all the mums were there as well. So I'm pretty tired, I'll be honest. But hey ho, not really much happening. One of their guys has got injured, and they still gonna. Oh, they're not going to play. They can take the ball from the side. Yes, so it was a lot of estrogen in the house. Me being the only bloke. So, guess who was Jeeves this morning, doing the breakfast, doing the teas and everything like that. Like, so a wee bit tired, but hey ho. Anyway, also it being February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. I pressed it better. Valentine's Day. See, that's what they should have done, that bloke with the sign. That'd have been funny. Scar's tackle would have been a yellow. Yeah. I mean, you can tell there is definitely, I think that their penalty shout, the one with Mav, was a decent shout, to be fair. We're making a few subs, me thinks, as we need to up the game. Yeah, tempo's a bit but it would be, and that's the issue. That is the issue. Anywho, ball in the box, goal kick to West Ham. Ah, 22 minutes gone. Play Wilson from the left. But the thing is, Damien, he's not very mobile. That's the trouble with Wilson, isn't he? He's not a very mobile player. He's very old now, and in particularly playing on the left, he won't last more than a half. But I don't think he will. I think he'd rather have the wing play from 𝗪𝗲𝗀 and Traore, and then play. I'm almost playing two behind him, isn't it? Really, like we've got there. Anyway. 64% possession to West Ham, 36 to Burton, 87 passes completed for West Ham, and 36 for Burton. They've had 3 attempts. We have not had 1 attempt at goal. Ollie is down. Ollie looks like he's really hurt his leg, to be honest. Ollie looks like he's banged his leg a little bit there, so wait and see what happens with that. Alameda. Hola to Simon. Simon's the guy I was talking about with his book. Available in the link below. That's Simon's book. Simon is who we're talking about. Look at it. Lovely. This would be a lovely Valentine's present for your one true love. Because although happy Valentine's Day, wife or husband or significant lover, we know who our first love is, don't we? So yes, get down on that. And as I said, happy Valentine's Day. Ollie down. Looks like he's being assessed. In terms of who we can bring on, in terms of the bench, we've got Somerville, Diouf, Wan-Bissaka, Potts, Lewis Orford, and Josh Ajay. He looks to be in a lot of pain, Ollie does, to be honest. A lot of pain. Simon, I bought 5, didn't I? I bought 5. We've given 2 away. We're going to give 2 away and again at half time. Loving the book. Would you risk any of our... Well, we're on the bench, so they might have to come on. But in the same way, Happy Emirates, I want them to be sharp as well. And maybe missing a week out might lose a bit of sharpness. I don't know. It's tricky, isn't it? It's a real balancing act because you don't want to lose today as well. Because losing would be just as worse for us, really. I think because look at when Palace lost to Macclesfield, how awful that was, and then they went on a right downward spiral. You got to think when we beat QPR, how that really sort of upped us and up to where we went to. And the same true with this. I think another win here would really sort of keep that going. But it looks like he's still been is he back on? It looks like he's coming back on, so it looks like he's been okay. So there we go. Ezra out for a West Ham goal kick. 25 minutes gone. Should give them the option. They never do, mate. Yeah, never do, mate. Depends how many games we've played at the London Stadium, because we only play we're basically contracted to only play a certain number of games. So when we were in Europe, that's why we never had a Betway Cup at the ground, because we knew how many games we had to play for Europe. And I think every game, that's why like Aaron Cresswell never had a testimonial at London Stadium and stuff like that, because it's something like £250,000 to put the game on. That's what it costs us. So it would never happen, mate. Although no injuries, it is a dilemma. It is a dilemma. Ollie's back on so there we go. Good luck to him there. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. So he might go off at half time potentially. We shall wait and see. They're playing the ball along the middle. Not really much happening. What we got here? Where is Burton? Burton is between like Sheffield and Nottingham. It's sort of in the middle between. So you got Sheffield. Yeah, am I right? I think so. Yeah. No, sorry, Stoke. I mean Stoke and Trent, not Sheffield. So Nottingham, Stoke and Trent, and like in the middle is like Burton. Basically, I used to go to uni at Loughborough, which is on the way. So you go up the M1, past Leicester, and you got Loughborough or Luga Baruga, as some of you Yanks used to call it. And then it's a little bit across on the left-hand side. Yeah, if you hit Stoke on Trent, you've missed it basically. But that's where it is, and they're currently 20th in. They're like 20th in League One. Obviously, if you watch the morning show, we went into that in terms of where they are. When two relegation-threatened teams meet, always going to be the close game indeed. Another shade. He's in the shade, ready to do another long throw. And headed straight out. Mav does well to kick. Mav does very well to keep that from a corner. Well done, Mav. Big hoof forward. Alan said it's not hard to see that our players haven't played much together. That's exactly what Joe Cole said this morning at the beginning of the show. You know, yes, West Ham have won 3 out of the 4, but that's not this team, and it shows. There we go. It's an example of back 5 where you lose midfield. Indeed. What's the thing with Pablo? Anyone got any info? I heard it wasn't as bad. Well, there was reports that actually it could be a season ender for him. There's still unconfirmed reports of what's actually the matter with him, to be honest. But Clarence Hugh mentioned the other day that hasn't got a timing on when he'll be back. So there we go. I must also apologise. My eyes are really itchy today. Don't know whether it can't be what's name, can it? It can't be hay fever already, can it? That's what it feels like at the moment. Anyway, it might be actually. It might be early hay fever. It's been quite clement the last few days. Anyway. Free kick to Burton, about 30 yards out. They've got the old. He's curled it in, but he took a deflection and he's out for a corner. Yeah, but I think it was always going to be Lindsay. I thought it was always going to be a poor start because we just haven't played together. You can go through things in training and stuff like that, but it's different playing a game. Anyway, they're number 23, Revan is going to be taking the corner. Double hands up. Where's that going? Back post. They've kept it in. Mavropanos heads it out. La Madrid, big hoof out. Traore's chasing down the Burton defender. That might be a fucking scary thought, wouldn't it? Turn around and Traore's behind you. Keeper hoofs it. Texon, there's one of their players is down. As does okay and wins a goal kick. Also, you got to think again. I'm not making excuses also, but there is a lot of issues with the pitch as well. Anyway, looks like they might be making a sub. Burton, number 23. Yeah, man, it is a terrible game, but it was always going to be a terrible game. I think until the first goal happens, if it happens. But even you got to think, even the QPR game, you know, I wouldn't say that was I think we came away with the win, but it wasn't the most interesting game. Would you be upset if we lay today? If we lose today, probably it will be embarrassing. We've got bigger problems. I think we have to win. I just think there's no excuse really. No excuse. Yep, substitution for them. Bevan's gone out, the 23 has been replaced by the 29. 2 minutes of highlights this one, and 1 minute will be when we walked onto the pitch. Oh, what a time. What a time we walked onto that pitch. Phenomenal. Anyway, it's a goal kick. 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗂𝗁𝗂. Wilson knocks it on. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀, little knock header to Skiles. Skiles to Kante, back to Ollie Skiles. Ollie Skiles, lovely ball, unlucky. Wilson, unlucky. That was actually not bad. Just couldn't get that final pass through to Wilson. Goalkeeper takes. Callum Wilson was like saying, that's more than 8 seconds. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀 cuts out the goal kick. Maygassa's not been doing well today. Kyle Walker-Peters up against their centre forward. He jinks inside, takes a shot, hits KWP. 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗀 does a really loose header. It's all in their box, all in our box rather. Do you do time to start a Congo? or Congo even. Obviously Wan-Bissaka. He's Congolese. Anyway, 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀 goal kick. They're hoofing it up to someone who's not going to. Ezra. It's just like football, tennis at the moment. Now it's offside. Oh, it is boring. It's all Burton. And it is going for Burton at the moment. And now there's another free kick to them. They're poor. Show me love, show me love, show me love. Another free kick. Evans is taking it. Evans is their top goal scorer. See, I know these things. I pay attention. I do my research. Anyway, another free kick. And just nothing happens. Go, you boys. Let's do something, please. Anyway, Maygassa's plays it out to Mavropanos. I wouldn't even mind Mav giving a bit of a run. Just trying to do something. Trying to get something going. Just playing around the back, and Burton are just got 10 men behind the ball, 11 men plus the goalkeeper. KW beats Maygassa. Oh, Maygassa's he's having an absolute mare. He's not playing like somebody just paid a decent amount of money for him. Anyway, come on, boys. Let's have a go. Let's see what happens now. Come on, let's get going. Let's get moving. 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗀, good header. Maygassa loses possession again, but we clear it up. So maybe just keep losing possession. Maygassa keeps losing it, and it's like, I just don't understand why he's, I don't know. He's not playing very well at all. And then that's putting pressure on everyone else because he's losing the ball. Areola, sweeping kick to Kante. Kante to Ollie. Ollie chips it forward. Nice. See, now Ollie's... out for a throw on. Just in line with the halfway. Malif for Burton takes it. Malif, give us some relief. Another throw on. They're creeping their way forward. Long ball out. No. Oh, I mean, they're crap as well. As you would probably imagine, they're bloody first division compared to West Ham. You know what I mean? I'm surprised didn't go for Henry VIII looking like instead of that other Tudor. Yeah, indeed. I was surprised. Yeah, very good. Very good. Tudor, Henry VIII. Very funny. They zoomed in on the guy. He's not happy. West Ham fan. He's not happy. He's like this. Looks a bit like me, actually. Well, it looks like a bit like a fat Timmy Mallet. Anyway, long ball. Nodded on. Now Lamajid's got the ball. Lovely ball through to Wilson. Wilson takes a shot. We've had a shot. 37 minutes in, and we probably had our first shot of the game. And it wasn't even a decent shot. He was trying to curl it. Let's watch that again. Tried to curl it. Keeper didn't even have to move. Keeper literally just put his hands up. And that was it. Anyway, what's happened there? Is he even a free kick or something? Oh, I don't know. I've lost interest. Time for a lap of Arno. I've had a shot. Round of applause. Mate, Billy, that's why people need to watch the Academy show, because I give you honest opinions. Kante has all the bits to become a very good player. He's not there yet at all. There is a lot of his game he needs to improve. A lot. Might have to resort to food chat, indeed. Ollie with a corner. Misses everybody. Magassa back out. I don't know what the fuck that was. Oof. God, that was so poor. And that was poor from them as well. Yeah, I mean, I said Kante is going to be a good player. There's no doubt. He's going to be he's the big boy at school. He's the big lads. There's every school had one. That's him. And do you know what? I cooked a lovely beef stew the other day. Lovely. Slow cooked beef shin with carrots, mushrooms, onions in a sort of a beef bourguignon sauce, and put it in a slow cooker for about, I think I put it for about 8 hours. It was good. What's happening with this West Ham men? Well, they play like a team who haven't played together, which is quite unusual because they haven't played together, and I think that's the major issue. Yes, it's great to make all these changes, and I think he's probably right to make the changes, but it's just not. But I don't think we would have assumed we were going to play this team off the park. You know, we've got enough to win. Still, we've got enough to win, but I don't think it's going to be pretty. And see, West Ham are really in a situation where they can't win, so to speak. If they do win, and they'll go, well, they should win because they're 42 places behind, or whatever Emirates said. If they lose, it's a disgrace. The only way they could win is if they won 10-0. You know, showed dominance. Magassa actually did something good. Then Magassa, oh dear. Anyway, Peter had a nice chicken salad baguette, pack of cheese Watsits, Snipe brand, and a cold can of dandelion and burdock. Very good. Please feel free to send me recipes. Gaza, it's pretty easy. I brown off my meat, and then I whack in some onions, take the meat out, put the onions in, and the mushrooms and the carrots all chopped up nicely. Leave them to just sweat a little bit, and then I put in some garlic, a little bit of onion salt. Then I put the meat back in, introduce it. Then I start make a little broth. Usually, even you could even do proper gravy, not your shit American gravy, like proper gravy. Bit of red wine, and then just leave it there. Then just leave it in the slow cooker. Don't need to touch it. I think we should have done some training. I'm sure these guys have had some training. I'm sure these guys have trained together. But it's different when you get to match situation, I think, in terms, and that's players who are out of position. Not out of position, but out of... Oh, ball come through. 𝗪𝗂𝗧 in the box is falling down. It goes to Wilson. And then what's going on? Wilson turns back around, goes to 𝗪𝗂𝗁𝗂, goes out wide to 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝒃. 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝒂𝒃 takes it back in. Goes out wide. 𝗪𝗂𝗁𝗂 cuts inside. 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗁𝗂, 3 points. That's what happens in it. We go over this rugby, innit? This goes to show how bad our bench really is. Expect a few changes if you want to win this. I think we will have to. I think we will be putting a few changes in. That was an absolute... First thing, as a kid, you're told to do is not lean back when you take a shot. And that's the first thing that he did. There we go. Anywho, 42 minutes gone. A few minutes to half time. As I said, if you're hanging around, please stay with us at half time. We'll be giving away some prizes. As always, to say thank you for your continued patronage. Long ball by... Burton, I almost forgot their name. 𝗪𝗂𝗁𝗂 gives it to Kante. Oh. Literally. Goes out wide. There, takes a shot. Gets deflected. Goes out wide. Then number 15. 𝗪𝗂𝗧 does well to win the tackle. Ollie does well to clear, but not that far. Not that far, peeps. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. Boring, West Ham. Roll up. The circus in town, says Peter. It's another long throw from Shade, who is still in the shade. Sponsored by Burton Kia. Burton Albion. Long throw in. Kante does well, and 𝗪𝗂𝗧. Shade hits it, goes straight by. Another long throw. Oh my God. No, it's Mickey Moore. See Mickey Moore there? There he is. Whee, Mickey Moore. Long throw. Flicked on. Areola, good claim. Let's get a ball out quickly. Ball out quickly to Kante. Kante opens up those big legs of his. Gets pulled back. Gives it to 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂. Loses the ball. Who's on the bench? We have got Lewis Orford. We have got Tatty. We have got Somerville. We have got Josh Ajala. Those are sort of the main contenders on the bench. We're playing amateurs. Absolutely pathetic, some of these players. We have 2 judges on the bench. There we go. Very good. Yeah, that's who's on the bench. Let me bring that up. Well, let me take off the banner first so you can see it. Let's take the comment off. We have got Finn Herrick, we've got 𝗪𝗏𝗄, Somerville, Tatty, Diouf, Wan-Bissaka, Freddie Potts, Lewis Orford, and Josh Ajala. So, I probably would take... let's give Potts and Orford a go, innit? But I don't think... I think Potts coming on won't be something he'll be hopeful of doing because we'll need him for the Bournemouth game, I think. Anyway, a little bit of 1-2s. Kante does well to intercept and hoofs that ball out. Definitely hasn't been a very good game for Kante so far. Alf Garnett could get into this team, says Pato. Well, that's good to know. I'm losing the will to live at the moment today. And this game is crying out for Pablo. Trouble is, he's not going to be here probably for the rest of the season. But we're almost at half time, thank God. We've got 4 minutes injury time. 4 minutes injury time. Oh. And then we'll have some fun. Then we'll win some prizes. We're going to win a couple of those. We've got a couple of these books to give away to you, the lucky viewers. And yep. Give away some books. Simon's book. I love the fact they've all got Russell on the back of their shirts. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just been poor, isn't it? So poor. So poor. The moose against this side. I'm feeling lucky today. I need one of those books. Oh, yes, Gaza. We'll see, mate. We'll try for you. Oh. 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗁𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗁 to 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗂𝗏𝗪. Nothing. They're going to wind the clock down. I mean, it's a clean sheet. It's a clean sheet. Ball out. Hits the back of their defender. Kante overruns the ball. Traore out wide. I mean, he's had a couple of runs, hasn't he? Ollie tried to do a 𝗕𝗂𝗏, but he hit the ball. Get that ball painted and watch. Oh, it does seem at the moment. Ēdra to Kante. Kante out wide. This is very similar to the under-21 game on Friday, where it was like literally everything was overhit or underhit. Nothing. There was no continuity. There was no decent passage of play. And that's the issue when you play a side which, you make so many changes. Ball out wide. 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗫 does well to get the ball in, but straight out. Minute and a half left of injury time. Then what we'll do is I'll sort of start the process. I'll tell you what to put in, and I need to go for a wee, but we'll keep it running, and I'll come in and run it. So you've got like a couple of minutes to put your entries in, and all you have to do is I'll put up a hashtag, and you will then basically go in, put that hashtag exactly where it is. It picks us up, and so we'll be doing that. No worries at all, my friends. We probably won't do a highlight show today. We'll probably stay on here for like 5 minutes after the game. I'm not assuming there's going to be much to talk about in all honesty, but we'll have the breakdown, probably do that for tomorrow, if not Monday. Looking at some of the stats and stuff. But again, being the FA Cup, it's just a damp squib. It's quite obvious. The breakdown is it's shit. It's a shit game. I mean, 𝗕𝗂𝗏's done well there against the defender, but it's a League One defender, so he should do well. Magassa took it off the toe of someone, knocks it down wide, but their keeper's got it. Wilson's trying to close him down. The ref's going to blow up any second, isn't he? Ref's going to blow up, and he has blown up any second. There we go. And so it is 0-0. 0-0. Right, I want you to put in for the hashtag. Hashtag BeachU. No, it is Valentine Day. So I want to put into the chats. It's going to come up in a minute. Hashtag one true love, because we know what your one true love is. I'm going for a wee. I'll be back in 2 minutes and then start putting it in the chat. We are back, bitches. Okie dokie. It takes 10 minutes to block the toilet. Indeed, how rude. What is he thinking? Yeah, I know, dreadful 45 minutes. Indeed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, we're going to go back to this one. And then I'm going to remove myself. There we go. Right, let us share my screen. So we're going to give away a couple of these thingamajigs. Let's go. That's it. We're there. Where's it all gone? Right. Okay, let's get swirling with the Merlin. Let's draw. Obviously, if it says West Ham Network, we're going to redraw. But I need to change that as well. I don't like that. Phil Emery, do you know what? Phil wins loads. Phil does really well on these. So congratulations, Phil. Well done. You will need to email us your address again because I always delete your emails because I don't like leaving them in there just in case. Right, we're going to draw. So that's for one book. We've got 2 books to give away. I might even give away 3. Let's have a look. Who the next one's going to go to? Well done, Phil. Next one's going to go to... West Ham Network never wins. I just noticed that. Crosshammers. Well done, Crosshammers. Well done, Phil. Well done, Crosshammers. Do you know what? I've got 3 books. Have I got 3 books? Yeah. I've got 3 books. We're going to do a third one. You lucky buggers. You lucky buggers. Third one on its way. So we've got Phil. We've got Crosshammers. And the third one's going to go to... Frog in a well. Frog in a well. Well done, gentlemen. If you want to send us your... if you want to send us your post addresses to westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we will get that sent out to you. For everyone else who's won prizes recently, I've got them there. All the labels have been printed up. I will go to the post office or the hole in the wall this weekend and put them in there. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to... oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Let's go back to this screen. And can I ask for your one-word halftime analysis, please? Yeah, it's the book. So it's these books. So you see Simon. So Simon Green comes on here occasionally. He's in Alameda at the moment. He's the Brewdog DJ, and he was a photographer at the last game at the bowling. So he went all round like pre-match, like some from Ken's calf. You might even see yourself on it in some of these for some people. All black and white, lovely photos taken. Say taken him 10 years to get the fucking book out, but yeah. So it's a great book. Loads of memories. There's my old mate Stu. He used to be the sound engineer at West Ham. And there's my floor manager Jane, she's still the floor manager at West Ham. No pictures of me. Technically, there is one of me because there's a picture of the scoreboard and I'm just underneath it. But yes, it's a really good book. It's a lovely book. It's nostalgic. It's A5. It's lovely for a coffee table and that type of thing. Why are we playing 2 left backs? Right. Ezra is not a left back. Ezra Mayes is a centre half who has been playing left back for West Ham. He's not. To be perfectly honest, Ollie, in these last year of the 21s, never played left back. He played centre half. And I centre midfield. So there we go. What we got here? Dismal, riveting, half, rubbish, exhilarating, unmemorable. Do you know what it reminds me of? How good they are. Cadbury's truffle mini. Oh, they're nice. It reminds me of we played Kidderminster Harriers. Do you remember in the cup? And it took Deck was like scored in like the 80th minute or something to win the game. Just like that. Reminds me just of that game. Shocking. Mr. Negative, you can predict with 90 that he will always play the square ball. Ezra is too small to be a centre back. Maybe. He's quite tall, actually. but he's not as tall as I think 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗎's 6'3", 6'4". He's probably you're probably right. What's his name's a good centre half. The lad from Man United, isn't he? He's little. I suppose just could be. I'll do the stats at the end and have a look at his like aerial duels, but it won't be too bad. Only surprise is 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗎 hasn't scored an own goal. Can't find you on Insta. West Ham, I think we're West Ham Network 1 on Instagram. Something like that. Needs to start turning in this game into a left back, maybe. But he's not a left back, really. He's not good enough on the ball, I think, to be a left back. The modern day left back is someone who is arguably attack minded first. And that's not really Ezra. He's got a great turn of pace, though. Very quick. How tall is he? Let's have a look. 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗁𝗂 𝗔𝗹𝗯𝗶. Typical West Ham. Boring. Progressive low moves. Yeah, probably. When we realised we can't play 5 at the back, indeed. Shouldn't have lost the last game. Don't know why my thing's not doing that. That's better. 𝗪𝗂𝗏 are playing in the same position. They might be left backs, but they're playing in that position. 𝗪𝗂𝗏 is more left back. May's not ready. Yeah, you're probably right. Same amount alone. Yeah, I totally agree. Obviously, Nino will make the changes. Tati, yeah, you're probably right. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗁𝗂. No. He's better, but he's not let. He I think Ray plays better as a centre rather than the left. I think the way they sort of form themselves out with maybe someone like 𝗕𝗓𝗓 on the right, or Bailey in the middle, and Mayers on the left. That's how it should work. Having watched them a lot like this, I wish you played like this versus Sunderland. Yes, indeed, Paul. Unfortunately, we weren't going to. £1,000 on West Ham money line. They better win. 2 wings and 2 wing backs don't work. 2 wingers need to play more in the middle, and when they're not. Madrid again. It's just a nothing. He's done nothing to go, oh my god, he's done all right. He just hasn't done anything. I won't say anything poorly. He hasn't stood out by being poor. Let me have a look. I think Ez is on the. I know he's technically still in the 21s thing. Ez is 183. So what's that? Google centimeters to feet and inches. 183. 6 foot. Ezra, he's bang on 6 foot. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me one bit. Collection of youngsters, they play like they don't want to be there. I don't think that's the case at all for him, because I think people like Ezra Mayers, people like Kante, these guys, it's not a case of them not wanting to be there. It's a case of them just not playing together, not knowing how to play together. Because this is an opportunity, for these guys to get minutes. It's an opportunity for Magassa to try and break into the midfield. He hasn't done anything for me to say he has to start next week. But they could, if they had a really good game, I think actually they could be really good. 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗎 have been the best, and Adama's shown turn of pace. He's progressed. He's put the ball. When he sort of turned and run at them. But it's his final ball. And that's basically why his whole career is his final ball, isn't it? If he had a final ball, he'd be one of the best players in the world, because he's got pace and power, which is a really hard commodity to have. Not a lot of people do have that. I think 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗁𝗂 become a full-time signing. Probably not. Although I was saying that, it's only going to cost you £1 million. So maybe you take him on for the £1 million. You already could sell him for double that already. You made your money on it. So Kante's not ready. Totally agree. That's what I've been saying. People have been wanking on Kante. I'm not sad, he's not ready yet. People listen to him when I talk about stuff like that. They don't. They just go, oh, yeah, we're so negative. You know, we know he's got a big future, West Ham. Signed a big contract. Same as Finn, same as Erdrich, same as Ezra. These guys need time to develop. And Kante needs time. He does need to, I think Damien said it right. He does need the Freddie Potts treatment, so does Ezra. He needs to go out on loan, play some regular football. Playing today doesn't help him. Because you won't play next week. Back in the 21s next week or on the bench. Might get 5 minutes at the end of the Bournemouth game. Not going to help him develop at all. You know, we might need him next year if we go down, for sure. Takes his Chris, he'll tear alone as a left back. Maybe. Don't think left back suits him, to be honest, mate. In all honesty, I don't think he's got the building blocks. I think he'd be a decent centre half. I don't think he'll be like, you know, a decent Championship centre half. Eventually. But we'll see. I might have to play. Yeah, my boy is the one. Is Colin Beckett's. I think I genuinely think he's got a really good future. Decent height. You know, the modern fullback, modern sort of centre half is a guy who can play football. You don't get many guys like Charlie Cresswell who are more of a old school centre half. You know, they're all ball playing centre halves, and I think he can make a massive difference. He's very coachable. Saw him yesterday, still recovering from injury. We had a little chat. If you come on the TikTok lives, sometimes drops on for a chat. Him and Riley Hagen, he's a decent little player. He is as well. Got some decent little players, West Ham, for sure. That's why you watch the Academy show to make sure you know what's going on. To retire if he can't score on this, yeah, indeed. I haven't been to sleep between the 21s in this game. There we go. But he's playing a two-man midfield. Oh. Where are we playing? He's going to go to penalty shootout. We'll see. Right. Second half's about to kick off. Just wait for them to start. No change at half time as of yet. I would assume we'll probably give him 15, 20 minutes before he brings them on. That ball looks shit. Ultimax doesn't look very nice at all. Just waiting for the ref to just check all the holes are okay again. That's ridiculous. And we're off. The fun of the fair once again. West Ham look like the League One sides. One up. Obi. Nobody's scoring well at the moment. Yeah, I mean, obviously West Ham under 21s took on Leicester under 21s yesterday, and it was quite funny. A Fox actually was on the pitch. How funny. We need to make changes. Greetings from Venezuela. Keep going, West Ham. My subs would be 𝗕𝘂𝗂𝗁𝗂, 𝗕𝗓𝗓, or both. There we go. But Nuno will blame the pitch. West Ham on the attack. 𝗪𝗲𝗓 just running all the way across the box. Goes it wide to Ollie. Ollie knocks it back to Ezra. Ezra to Kante. Kante back to Ezra. Come on, West Ham. Come out of the attack. Come on. Might watch the Mighty Irons, indeed. Out wide. Adama. No one's pushing him off the ball, though. Fair play. All the way back to Areola. Oh. West Ham pick the ball up in the middle. Kante out wide. Very poor. Hello to Alan. Hello, Alan. Hope you're well. Oh, these are very good. As I said, everyone in the UK, these are very good. Galaxy truffle ones, they're fantastic. Creamy truffle, very good. Anyway, West Ham on the attack. Ollie. No. Ezra. No. Back to Kilman. No. 𝗪𝗲𝗀, back to 𝗪𝗲𝗀. Might as well just get back to everyone. Oh, God, so poor. So poor. They're going to score soon. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗃 as well to keep it up. Push Ariel up top. Give him a go at it. Give him a go. Oh, so boring. Bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Still got my gold chain though. 100% carrot. Hashtag just saying. Might wake us up if Burton score. Anyway, cross ball. Nice ball. No. Intercepted. Oh, Kante looks like a donkey today. Hasn't done very well at all today. And neither's 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀 looks like the bloody guy who's come through the academy. Yeah, 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀's got the ball. What's he going to do? Probably nothing. No, he's played it to 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗪𝗲𝗀 to 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀. He's decided he's going to play centre midfield. Ball in by Ezra. Gets intercepted. Takes a biscuit. It is. We are currently going for Burton. Anyway, that's it. Can just go straight to pens. Yeah, just save everyone the bother. Anyway, 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀 trying to run past people. Crosses it. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it managed to get to Ollie. Ollie cuts inside. Oh, unlucky. Interesting that 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 has been made captain today. Is that the first time he's been made captain? Anyway, Mag, it's so boring. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗪𝗂𝘀 to Kante back to goes all the way back to 𝗕𝗂𝗏 and Kante back to 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗀. Out wide to 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃. Cuts inside. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀 as well to turn. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗪𝗲𝗀, nice little touch to 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀 wide to 𝗪𝗪𝗀, hits the first man. 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀 back to 𝗪𝗪𝗀. To 𝗪𝗲𝗀. He's giving him too much to do already. He's very poor from Ollie. Ollie's not at the races today. Where's it been shown live? TNT. Goes out wide to 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗪𝗀𝗀 to 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃. Kante gets across him, but no one there. I mean, it's more offensive. Keep the faith, 𝗪𝗲𝗀 will score. Anyway, Kante somehow got the ball. Goes to 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 hoofs it into the box, gets cleared out. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀, go on, have a shot, son, go on. In the same position, roughly, that he was when he scored for the under-21s, but Ezra. Back to 𝗕𝗂𝗏. Bored! It's my fourth game this week as well. Oh, obviously Man United Tuesday, then we had under-21s Anderlecht on Wednesday. Friday we had under-21s with Leicester City, and now today. And I haven't seen us lose this week, so I'm bound to do it, because then I've seen a win, 2 draws. Anyway, Ezra's just crossed the Burton half, back to Kante. He got nosebleeds. We turned around and came back. It was a bit too high up the pitch. And then back to Kante. Back to that's 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀, sorry. Nice ball through to Callum Wilson. Gets hounded out. 2-1. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀 was in the advanced position on 3 occasions, went backwards every time. It's true. Oh, he was offside. How's Callum Wilson getting offside against League One opponents? Just slow-mo of Callum Wilson. There's some bloke, must be a West Ham fan behind it, like me, massive, like big lad, big David. Anywho, Poor kick by the goalkeeper. And then Traore is running. Just run at him, Adama. Takes a shot, gets deflected. We knew that was going to happen. And then now on the attack, intercepted by 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗂𝗁, who's had a very good game, I think, defensively. Kill hasn't done too bad either, really, but it's just the attack. It's just awful. Very toothless. Traore does well to keep the ball. They weren't going to push him off, but he managed to... I think he's managed to injure himself, actually, holding onto the ball. Most entertaining thing was the holes in the net. And anyone who watches Smith, he's funny. He's like, he always, when he does like the matches, he goes, and the referee's checking for the holes in the net. Yeah, plenty of them. And this one was actually a hole, but it was too big. And then they did a bit of blue roll. Brilliant. Anyway, we're looking a bit better. Here we are. Basically, Nunes must have had a shout at them. And actually, we are going to do better because they're going to tire as well. And we should have fitness levels should be better with us than they should be for them. Particularly, a lot of these players haven't played a lot of football either for both sides. And you think from Premier League perspective, they could probably keep their fitness levels higher at a higher level than League One. Just as a matter of fact, I think controversial about that. I mean, they're doing a good job to like hurry us on the ball. Like 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 as well, they're foul on him. But that's what they're doing, isn't it? They're hurrying us on the ball. Any opportunity, we sort of encroach in their half. They're 2-3 are trying to 2-3 men like there. Ball goes to 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗁. He's got a man running onto him straight away. Really high press. And I like that. Fair play to them. Nice little play there. I mean, Real Madrid's doing a lot better. Nice ball by 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀. That's a decent ball. Adama beats the man. What's he going to do? Cross it in. Crossed it in. Took a deflection. Otherwise, it would have been straight in the path volley and out for a West Ham corner. We are looking better. We couldn't look a lot worse. Let's be honest. We could not look a lot worse than we did in the first half. Adama, yeah, nice touch from him. Puts the ball back. Wilson tried a little sort of Rabona kick. Didn't quite pull off. It was behind him. Ollie was at the back post. So if number 15 hadn't taken it, then it would have been a goal. Ollie with the cross. Doesn't beat the first man. Out for another corner. Come on, Skip. Come on, Skipper. Up for the cup. The old foil FA Cups. Love it. Love it. Anyway, ball in. Another corner. Another corner. Ball in. Oh, mouth of a header. Oh, he nearly got it. Oh, nearly. You're almost right, Mandy. Ah, dear. Oh, dear. Come on, you irons. Anyway, 56 minutes gone. It is. Let me just check. Yes, it is 0-0 against League One, Burton Albion. Traore, he's like a bulldozer. He's like he just looks like someone did mention it. He looks like a rugby player. He looks like one of our mates who's like a rugby player. Yeah, I'll play today, and that's what he's doing. Just literally running into people, bulldozering them, and I quite enjoy it in a weird way. Anyway, KWP with a throw pushes. It's just Oh, anyway, Wilson manages to get the ball in, but there's no one there because Wilson took the hit. Then it's 𝗕𝗂𝗡 in line with the box. Tries to beat the man, then goes onto his left foot. Cross in, but no one there to... There's no height there, really. There's no one to really have a good chance of getting that cross in. Now Burton on the attack. Ball goes out wide. The number 10, I think that his shade is in the shade. Tries to beat 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗠, gets around him, does really well. 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗓 does well to get a touch on that. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗠 hoofs it clear. Come on. What we got? 3 minutes. 3 minutes before we probably do any subs. That's Nunes' MO, isn't it? Ball goes out wide there, number 3. Crosses it in. Gets intercepted by 𝗕𝗂𝗡. Out for a corner for Burton. Let's hope this doesn't go for a Burton here. They trying to mention it was a handball. I don't know. But it's gone for a quarter. That pitch is fucking awful, isn't it? Evans. Now, Evans, I'm pretty sure he's their top goal scorer. I think he's got 12 goals this season. He takes the corners. Fair enough. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail, says Peter. Indeed. Oh, there's a couple of blow-up. FA Cups there. Nice. Corner. You know this is going to go in. Now it goes short. Well done by 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪. No, yeah, 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪, well played. That was nice. That was well played. Do you know, I think 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪's growing into this game. You know, it definitely he wasn't starting very well, but he is definitely growing into this game. You know, I don't think he's lost possession much. He's been reasonably tidy in terms of the way he's been playing. I think he's done all right. Considering it's his first game, like proper professional game in England as well, I think he's done all right. Anywho, that was a double foul. What's the ref giving it? I don't know what he's giving it to. Anywho, did anyone watch that? What's he called? Simon Jordan and 𝗕𝗂𝗡𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗡, like the interview between the two of them. It's fucking brutal, brilliant, but absolutely brutal. So funny. Got a feeling Burton might not tire but get a second wind, says Peter. Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope not, please. If you're new around here, don't forget to give it a like. Helps us. There's, 600 odd watching on YouTube. 70 odd on X. Subscribe to our X channel if you're watching it on X. Facebook. Join the Facebook group. About 15, 18. I think about 18,000, I think, in our Facebook group. So lots of nice conversations to be had. Regularly putting up stuff on Facebook, in terms of community posts, in terms of engagement, talking to people, everyone can have their opinions and things like that. Loads of stuff going on there. Alan from Australia says we might need to score and then Nuno might put his finger out. We need them to score, sorry. Yeah, quite possibly. I don't want this to go to extra time. That's the worst possible thing that could fucking happen is go to extra time. Anyway, Adama to... as soon as I said he doesn't give away the ball, 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 just gave away the ball. And a poor pass by Kante, and 𝗕𝗂𝗡𝗂𝗪𝗧𝗪 gets the ball. Out wide to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪𝗠, back inside to 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗓. 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗓 going to go to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪𝗠. Forest have got Fenerbahce, haven't they? They've just shown the game, the UEFA knockout playoffs. Fucking hell, Forest. That's why they're going to struggle. Just want to lose them games. Nice. Is it a nice ball? Yeah, kind of nice ball by 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪. Cuts out by Burton Albion, goes out for a West Ham corner. That's the West Ham end, I think. With all Russell. All sponsored by Russell. You're welcome. Anyway, Ollie Scars is going to take a free kick in the mud. That is the corner flag. Come on, you irons. Anyway, Ollie's one arm up. Gives it a poke. Back stick. Oh, was that Callum Wilson trying to bicycle kick? Looks like a fucking idiot. You look like an idiot, son. Is that out for another corner? Callum Wilson trying to bicycle kick at 33, 34 years old. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. And another corner for West Ham. What's Wilson doing? He's in a really weird position with his. He's trying to put himself between little ball. Oh, 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁's almost on the volley, but misses it. Out for a goal kick. I'm just checking. We are playing Burton Albion in League One, aren't we? Yeah, we are. 62 minutes gone. Almost 63. Yeah, they went for a shortish corner, and Mav on the volley. Almost. Could you imagine? He would have buried. If he connected, that would have been a goal. But sadly, he didn't, and it wasn't. Oh, what's having going for dinner tonight? Saturday, innit? Valentine's night. I'll have a kebab or curry. I might fancy. Maybe kebab. As it's Valentine's night, I might push the boat out and get posh kebab. Because like Oh My Cod is not a posh kebab. Oh My Cod is a regular weekly kebab joint. But 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗃 Kitchen is a decent kebab. It's posh. You don't get chips. It's with rice and couscous and salad. So I might do that. Might treat Mrs. Budden. She's a lucky lady. Anyway, Davis is really the right foot at taking them corners, indeed. Should take them on one side. Interesting. Yeah, Magassa could do. They're not even clapping in unison, but an Albion, that's a joke. Anyway, you can see why at TNT picked this game. There's a potential banana skin game because it's panning out that way. Nice ball over. Wilson, does he beat the man? He does beat the striker, but then gets fouled. Out for a goal kick. Wasn't fouled, but it was well handled. Appreciate your staying with us and not losing the will to live, not painting that wall and watching it, or cutting the grass and watching it grow. Much appreciated. Or just staring at a wall. Maybe more entertaining than this. Yeah. Might give that a go later on. Just stare at a wall. See if they will score against Burton Albion. Trouble is, the longer this goes on, the more excited the crowd are going to get. Anyway, La Madrid takes the ball, does really well, beats the man, then passes it back. He gets a right clatter though for him. But fair play, gets straight back up. Do you know what I mean? There's no pissing about on the floor. He gets done, he goes straight back up again. Fair play to him. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Nice run by Kante, storms into the forward, gets out for a corner. Not as in, that's what Kante can do. He can break the lines, and if you put the ball in the right place, then you're gonna get, he's gonna draw those defenses. A bit like a young Yaya Toure. He used to do those runs and get the ball in and takes it in the run and takes a shot. Anyway, Ollie is taking the corner. It's gone for a long one. Mav, toe poke it. Penalty. No, hit it. Hit it. Someone hit it. Wilson hit it. Someone hit it. No one's going to hit it. Oh, that was probably our best chance, or second best chance. He's claiming handball. No VAR. We can't really tell, can we? Let's have a look on the slow motion. Let's have a look. I mean, yeah, he does it his arm. I mean, it is. I think if it was VAR, they'd probably pick that up as handball. But I think they should have had a penalty anyway off Mav. So probably even Stevens. Anyway, Gilman. Diag too high. Fucking hell. No pressure as well. No pressure on that at all. On the diag, no pressure. Looks like Freddie Potts is coming on. Don't really see the benefit of that, personally. I think you'd rather bring on a forward player. Unless he's going to take off Kante, maybe. But then you've got nothing going forward. Oh, Shade. Still in the shade. He's going to be taking a throw on. A long throw, probably. That's what he does. Shade loves a long throw. No, he's going to someone else instead. Armour. The referee's told him to take it back. Are we doing that more and more? People are properly trying to... the refs are trying to sort of really tell the defenders not to like work another like 10 yards forward when they get a throw on. They said, this is where you need it. It's in line with me. Anywho, they're going to show replay again. I mean, that's harsh. If they gave that as a penalty, that would be harsh in my eyes. Because like he jumps, and as he mistimes the jump, and it hits his arm as he mistimes the jump. Anyway, ball in, flicked up. 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗪. So I think probably has been our best player this game. I think Mav is my man of the match at the moment with 20 minutes to go. Number 10's got the ball. Goes back, does the overlap with number 15. I think it's Lofthouse. Ball in the box. Just hold on to it. Don't hoof it. Right, bring the ball forward, Ollie. That's what he's doing. There's no movement. There's nothing there. This is like old school West Ham this season. You know, there's no... You see like now where always Fernandez has got too many options. Doesn't know what to do. This is like the early part of the season where like there was no movement. There was no one making runs. Damn, manages just to get a foul after losing the ball. Ball over for Wilson. Wilson takes a shot. Finally. Shot on target. That's what Callum can do. You know, it was a decent ball over the top. He takes it on the volley. Good run. See, a decent run, clever run. Beats the defenders. And then takes it first in the shot. Keeper does well. Out for a West Ham corner. That could have gone in. And, yeah. They're making some subs now. Looks like they're making 2 subs. And we're putting Freddie Potts on. Don't get it. Potts for Potts at 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗃. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I don't get that one, personally. Now, I know he's not in the right position, but we'll just make that change. Potts for 𝗪𝗲𝗃. Ollie with a corner. Oh, keep it as well. Puts it over. Yeah, don't get that one. Unless Potts will go into the middle and they'll play a proper 3 across the middle and push Adamer up, maybe. Make a 5-3-2 of it. Anyway, let's see what happens now. And anyway, another corner. Especially runs into Ollie's into someone. Lisa Potts takes a better call than Ollie on the right hand side, I'd assume. 𝗕𝗂𝗡 heads it back in. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁𝗧 back to Ezra to 𝗕𝘂𝗂𝗁𝗧. 𝗕𝘂𝗂𝗁𝗧 looks up, goes to Mav, goes out wide to 𝗕𝗂𝗡. 𝗕𝗂𝗡 goes on the run, but 𝗕𝗂𝗡 ignores him. 72 minutes gone at West Ham. Burton 0, West Ham 0. It's always going to be the way, won't it? Don't understand that change, Damien, either. Anyway, goes out wide. Using tic-tacs instead of tactics, says Peter. Probably right, my son. Probably right, geezer. Anyway, still got the ball. I mean, you know. Oh, nice. Oh, see. Tries to foul it. Freddie bundles into someone, gets the yellow card. Not quite yet. Good old Fred. You can always rely on Fred to have a go. Good old Fred. They've made a couple of changes as well now. Oh, well. I think they've taken their top goal scorer off. I'm just going to change it to a 5-3-2. I think that's probably more like what we're trying to do. And let's do Kante 55. Kante. Oh my giddy gosh. Burton are moving the ball forward, getting closer and closer to our box. That's going to be great, isn't it? Looking forward to that one. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁𝗧. Yeah, that's better. I think it's going to be something like that, to be honest, at the moment. Although I don't know why his one hasn't been picked up yet. Let's sort that one out. Ezra's there. Throw on to Burton, just in line with our box. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁𝗧 intercepts. Turns around as well, hoofs it clear. Traore on the run. Yeah, it definitely looks like they're playing two up front. Looks like we won't cause a shock today. What a shock of losing this game, quite possibly. Nice little triangle play to get the ball out. Nice ball over to Kante. Honestly, that was the worst first touch. That's exactly what I've been saying about Mohamedou Kante. And then loses the ball. Honestly, that touch was absolutely appalling. Is it still a 5 back? Yeah, it does. I think it's still 5 at the back. And then I think they pushed Traore up top alongside Wilson, it looks like, just in terms of the positioning that Traore and Wilson are taking. Ball straight through. No one. I mean, Areola, to be fair, has had fuck all to do this second half. But that's what he's trying to do. Ball over the top for Traore to chase. That's clearly the objective. I mean, Traore's done well to him to try and get something off that. Oh, my God. So boring. But thank you for joining us. You're an embarrassment. Actually, speaking of stuff we got look forward to next week, we've got we should have the brothers in crossed arms should be back to next week. Myself, Dubai Budden, Blue Water Budden, all together talking about anything to do with West Ham nostalgia. We talk about anything really. And obviously, then we go back. I've been browsing for most of this game. Indeed, I can't, Mandy. I'm here. We're probably in Block Blast or something like that. I mean, smashing Block Blast. I mean, this was expected, right? Because of rotation. Jay, that's what we've been saying. I mean, as I said at the beginning of the thing, we had listened to Joey Cole, friend of the channel, on TNT, basically saying this isn't the side that is in form. Has won 3 out of 4. This is a completely different side. So I'm not expecting them to roll Burton over. And to be fair, it's about right. Burton got a free kick just on the right hand side in line with the box, sweeps it in. Aaron as well to get 2 hands on that. It's a good punch. Second half we started off a bit better, not much, but a bit better. Kilman gets a head on that, out for a Burton throw on, just in line with our box. So I imagine Sade, smooth up a raider. Nope, they didn't. No, short throw on. There we go. Shows what I know. Come on, West Ham. I can't get it. This can't go to extra time. Anywho, ball in. Mav as well to head that down. Not really much happening, in all honesty. There's sort of it's a lot of playing the ball around in midfield, as you can imagine. 𝗕𝗂𝗿𝗁𝗂𝗁𝗂𝗁𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 gets fouled. Oh my God. Patter says England has the strongest lower leagues in the world. I mean, yeah. I mean, the league system is brilliant, in terms of the pyramid system. That's why the FA Cup is so great, because in a one-match game, in theory, anyone could beat anyone. That we've got no right to win this game in the same way that, other sides don't have a right to beat lower league opposition, and there's always an opposition, particularly because the likelihood is the guys in the higher leagues will put out different sides, play the kids and things like that. Anything can happen. That's why I love. Cantor's going to give a foul away a minute. Good ball by them, straight into the midfield. Do you think Bowen will lose Bowen if relegated? I think it's a tricky one. Oh, well done by Kilman. Intercepts it out for a Burton for a corner. It's a tricky one, really, because I think there is a school of thought that he's sort of married to the family, married to West Ham, literally. In theory, he's probably okay for one more England tournament, maybe after if it makes the World Cup, which he should do. Really, I don't think he will. He's competing with likes of Saka and whatnot, but he could be around for the Euros. But then he'll be too old then. So whether he'll be corner gets headed out. Well done by Kante. I wouldn't. I'd be Somerville, yes. I think Bowen would probably less likely to move than Somerville. The reason being is Bowen's age now. You got to think he's probably only got another couple of years in the top flight, really. We need to start planning for that. And I don't think we are particularly well. But Somerville, yeah, I think we'd lose him pretty much straight away. He's impressed a lot of people in his recent turn of form. And Fernandez as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd lose both of them. Paul says that Man United versus West Ham 1971 was on ITV4 this morning. Excellent. Is that the big match? Ariola, who sit forwards? Potts gets his head on the second ball. Then he gets hoofed forward by Burton Albion. Mavropanos, again, I think he's been really good today, Mav. So he'll definitely score an own goal at the end now. I think Mav's played really well. Because you know exactly what you're going to get when you play League One. The chances are it's going to be a big lad up front, quite physical. I think he's done really well. Yep, we're going to be bringing on Tatty and Somerville now. So Tatty is coming on, as we said, for Hammer, and Ollie Scarles is off. So that, I would assume, would mean a change of formation once again. Let me just bring on Tatty and 𝗪𝗪𝗀 for... What's he saying? 3. Okay. So I think Scarles is coming. So 𝗪𝗪𝗀 on for Scarles. I don't think he really wanted to do this. I don't think he really wanted to bring on Tatty or 𝗪𝗪𝗀. He probably assumed they thought they had enough. But he has. And there we go. So I think they're probably going back to a 4-3-3 now. So let me get that ready. Or 4... or maybe actually we'll probably do that. Now I need to change it. No bones there. Sorry, for one. Just trying to get one, but I think he's gone back to a 3. He's playing the 3 of them. Let me edit that and get them, change that all around, because that will be fun. 4. Let's say 4-3-3. Take that. This will need changing around. I know it's in the wrong position. Don't worry. I know it's in the wrong position, so I will change this. Right. So actually, so I bothered. Yeah, I'll do it. I will do it. 63. Mayors. All right, I'm going to change this all around because I think we'll probably, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be extra time at the moment. 3, 𝗕𝗂𝗏. Can't imagine we can't beat Burton. I know. Ball comes over. 𝗪𝗪𝗀 in the box. Crosses it. Saved by the keeper. 𝗪𝗪𝗀 tries to get the rebound. Their guy gets it. Where's 𝗕𝗂𝗏? Now 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 has got the ball. Just playing it around the middle of it. Now 𝗪𝗪𝗀's picked it up. Yeah, it looks like I definitely feel like they're going to go for that. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 to Walker Peters. But KWP, it's easier. They're playing it. 𝗪𝗪𝗀 seems to have woken up a little bit, which is nice. Could have got any worse, to be honest. And then 𝗪𝗪𝗀 27. 𝗪𝗪𝗀. Let's whack him in. And they say men can't multitask. I'm watching the game. I'm watching the chat. Just saying. And then Tatty, and then where is the other? That's who we want. 7. Tatty's got the ball, picks it up, and the referee's giving a foul. Ah! Exactly the right game for Tatty to come on for 10 minutes. Could you imagine he comes and scores a winner, and then we're all happy and we'll all go home and say, well done. Right, there we go. Yeah, that's what I think's happening. Oh, come on, you bloody irons. Got 5 minutes. Positive thinking, that's the spirit. Indeed, Mandy. Positive thinking. Prince, this is not the side that's going to be playing against Bournemouth. Just remember that. It's not. This is a side which is disjointed. You know, there's no Souček. There's no Fernandez. There's no Bowen. There's no, you're going to have 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. You're going to have Diouf. You're going to have Wan-Bissaka. It's a totally different side. So that's it. Don't worry about that game. That game's going to be different, he says. But we've got 4 minutes left before we go to extra time. Is it straight into extra time? Yeah, it is, yeah. Come on, West Ham. Oh, well, totally. And I think there's I think ball in. There is a balancing act, isn't there? You want players in, but also you want to have the cup run, but you want to stay up. And I think for me, there's is this balancing act between the two, and I think some people like have a utopian view of what the cup run, but that's not what West Ham's all about. Never has been. Not now. It's not what we can do now. We need to stay up, and that is the priority. As much as we all love a cup run as fans, if it is the consequence of staying in the Premier League, then of course we're going to be prioritising this over the Premier League over this. And that's the issue, isn't it? Because I think also, in all honesty, Paul, I know you disrespect yourself. I'm looking at your picture, but I think older fans, it's all about the cup run. It's all about the cup. West Ham have always been a cup side, whereas younger fans have never seen, obviously, 2006 the FA Cup final, but you know what I mean. So it's always, we never really have had a decent cup run. I've had one in my whole lifetime, which was really the 2006, really. But anyway, we've still got 2 minutes left, plus injury time. But this was exactly the same thing happened, as I say, that Kidderminster Harriers one, wasn't it? And it was like right at the end, right at the death, Declan Rice scored, didn't he? German just picked the ball up and ran and ran and ran. But on the attack, they fancy it. They fancy a late run. Why not? Good luck to them. Good luck to them. Oh, my God. 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗏𝗂. Anyway, throw in. Mav. Not Mav. Tati's got the ball. Tati. Oh, lazy. The wrong ball for Tati. Tati there. Oh. Somerville's running at them. Somerville out wide to Ezra. Ezra's now playing left back. Ball in. Headed out. Hoofed clear. That second ball is just not good for West Ham at the moment. Nice ball from 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗏 to Kante. Kante back heels it to 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗏. Foul. No. Ref's played on. Kante to Potts. Potts back to Mav. Just get it in the box, man. Don't piss it about the back. Oh. Kante to 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗏. 𝗕𝗂𝗄𝗏 back to Kante. Ball to Somerville. Somerville to Tati. Somerville tries a little cute box. Then take a shot. My thing's frozen. Brilliant. Lovely. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Well done, TNT. Well done, TNT. Back we go. Come on. Could not believe it. The worst possible time for my iPad decided to stop. 4 minutes extra. Thank you, Mandy. Come on. Why is it all gone? Can I do it on this one? I'm just going to try and switch providers. Sports. Yes, please. Watch live. Are we working? Are we doing it? No, it doesn't want to do that. Sorry about this. Literally, it's been doing very well, and now it's decided that he wants to stop. He looks pissed off. Nuno looks pissed off. We all look pissed off. Watch live. Looks like it's going to go to extra time, my friends. This was not on my bingo sheet today. Was sitting here for over 3 hours. Was not on my bingo card at all. I mean, they look happy. The Burton lot look happy. So, well done to them. Right, can I move this about? Okay, yeah. Just nothing. Is there? Peter says no surprise at all, and I totally agree. No surprise at all. going to go to extra time. We'll probably score in the first couple of minutes of extra time, and then we've got to see out 30 minutes. Ball over. Wilson was even looking at the pass then. Kante gets done by League One player. Oh, 𝗪𝗂𝘀. Sorry, 𝗪𝗂𝘀, even worse, gets done by League One player. Oh, good God. So boring. Oh, anyway. Do we have to enjoy extra time, Russ? Unfortunately, we all have to endure it. And if I have to endure it, you have to endure it. It's the way it works. Anyway, I'm going to move my iPad there. I think I get a better signal there. Ball up by Burton. Headed by Kilman. Oh, God. We've got 45 seconds to extra time. How exciting. We get to enjoy another 30 minutes of this. I can't wait. Their fans have been good, Mandy. And so they would be, you know. They've taken a Premier League side to extra time. A current Premier League side. Maybe not a Premier League side by May, but current Premier League side, you know, and we've had to bring on the big guns, really, which we didn't want to do. We had to bring on the big guns, and a bit like what Chelsea had to do against us, and Man United had to do against us, and oh dear, I mean the ref's going to blow up any second, isn't he? How can we support these bums? Oh, we can, we always can, and it's half time ish. Yeah, you know what I mean. Not good. He's rubbish at penalties. Extra time. Not good at all, my friends. Not good at all. Oh, God. Another 30 minutes of this plus penalties. I don't think I can cope. I don't think I can cope. Absolutely boring. No, it's not exciting. Ugh. Oof. Let's do. I've got nothing. Let's do a giveaway. Oh, what can I give away? We've given away 3 books. I remember I've got 3 books to give away. Yeah, let's give something else away. Fuck it. I would do that. I'm not gonna give that away. As much as I love you. How about who guesses what time a goal? Yep. All right then. All right, we'll do that. What we got? Yeah, that'll do. We'll give that away. Because it is the FA Cup. This gentleman scored a goal in the FA Cup. Dean Ashton. In the FA Cup final. He actually scored where Conch, crossed. So, yes, it will go to penalties, Cosmo. Yeah, after half time, after 30 minutes injury time. Let's go with Mandy's suggestion. Okay. Can't we do that, Mandy? I tell you why, because the thing will go and someone's like, oh, blah, blah. Right. What we'll do is we'll keep a hashtag going throughout. We'll keep a hashtag going throughout, And when the goal is given, when a goal is scored, and that could be the first goal at a penalty, or for Burton, or for West Ham, we'll draw it. All right. So hashtag. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be fun. So we'll do, if you put in, so in the comments, you put hashtag up for the cup. All right, hashtag up for the cup. Where is it? You look like MRT. Who's MRT? If you put in hashtag up for the cup, all right, and then we'll draw it like Simon's done. And we've given away the book, Simon, so don't worry, you're not going to get a book. So if you do hashtag up for the cup, as soon as that is a goal is scored for either side, we'll close it, run it. I like that, Mandy. I like that. And that is to win the signed Dean Ashton picture. Oh, come on. Russ, here's the plan moving forward. Next, back to Rayan is not ready, mate. Rayan is not ready. He's not ready at all. That's it. Come on, let's get these going. Hashtag up for the cup. Up for the cup. Andy Cole, could do with you up front today, mate. Come on, West Ham. Just get us going. I've had enough. I'm tired. This is my 4th game this week. Read it properly. Damien, I don't want to read nothing, mate. I'm not worried about it, mate. I just want to get this game out of the way first, mate. Rayan is seasons away from being ready. That's all I'm going to say, mate. Seasons. He's getting better. Jeffrey Medina, he's a good one to watch as well, coming forward as well. Yeah, they won't do that though, mate. They won't play as left. They play 3 at the back. Under-21s play 3 at the back. So, and Rayan's playing centre, and he's playing centre. So if he comes back, he'll come back on the left hand side. Lewis Brown was playing there. He's left the centre half, and then they play Regan at left wing back. So they don't play 3 at the back. So 4 backs. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense anyway. They should all play the same formation. But I agree with you. But it won't happen. Won't happen. And the guy they should have done, they let go to FC Utrecht. But anyway, West Ham, right to left. Keep those hashtags up for the cups in the. I might do this more often, Andy. It's a good idea, Andy. I think. Keep that channel engagement. Keep it, and obviously, I know. Not America, Emika. Yeah, we did. We missed. He should have gone to FC Utrecht, which is part of the reason I think why Josh Ajala's on the bench now, because he's very much looking. Well, his agents are looking for him to leave in the summer because his contract's up, and they haven't agreed to the West Ham terms. So that's why I think Ezra's in the squad. To be honest, Emika should have been in this first team squad when Diouf was at the AFCONs, rather than put Ezra, who's not a left wing back, as wing back. That's what they should have done. Anyway, West Ham on the attack. Playing it on the back as well. Freddie Potts. This should have been so easy today. It's just, this is the bad. This is why we put West Ham, because we never know what's going to happen. Panos, who I think's had a really good game. I think he's been very strong, very solid. Burton are holding out for penalties now, aren't they? You might as well, innit? If you're Burton, you might as well hold out for penalties, unless West Ham score, which doesn't look like we're scoring at the moment. Hold out for penalties because you've got a 50-50 chance of going through them. Innit? That's what you should do. It's exactly what Burton should do. And that's what they're doing. 10 men behind the ball. If you want to leave early, if you want to get through West Ham, you've got to play through us. That's exactly what they should do. How positive Rusty today? Not great today. Not been great today. It was going to be tough, but Not this tough, mate. It shouldn't have been this tough. You know, we've got enough in their locker. We should have had enough in the locker, enough on that side. Yeah, that's probably why, man. That's probably why they're quite happy to take him to penalties. Is that reason? Things. I'm looking at the bench. I'm looking at, yes, Josh could come on maybe for a Callum Wilson, possibly. But the thing is, he hasn't played a minute of men's like professional. Yes, he's played the thing, but anyway, we'll see what happens there. Wilson's Tatty tries a through ball, doesn't come off. In defensively, Burton have been very good. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗧 loses out there, and now they're on the attack. 𝗕𝗂𝗏, decent tackle, decent fair play. Max still loses the ball, but fair play to him. Oh yeah, take the first. Indeed. Anyway, thanks for joining. I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate everyone coming along. Anyway, West are on the attack. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗧 sweeps it to Ezra. Nice touch. 𝗪𝗲𝗀 on the run. That's nice to see. Keep going, keep going, Jim. Keep going, Jim. Jimmy on the run. Jimmy on the run. Shoots it. There's a goal! Jimmy bloody fucking knew he's going to score. It's exactly what I say. We're going to score in the first 3 or 4 minutes of extra time. Oh. Good goal by 𝗪𝗲𝗀. Good goal. First bit of class we've shown all time. And now we've got to hang around for 26 minutes now. Well done. What a relief. But now we've got to keep it now. Now we've got to keep it. It's not 6-6. He didn't score the other day, did he? Didn't score the other day. Anyway, 𝗪𝗲𝗀 cuts inside. Decent shot. Took a massive deflection. But it took a big deflection. So, and that's what went over the keeper. But there we go. Look, we'll take it. Yeah, you see, look. Yeah, it's the defender puts his leg out and that's what takes over his head. But look, I'm done. That'll do. That'll do. Anyway, 95th minute. They'll probably score now, but anyway. Magassa sweeps the ball out. Right, now what's he gonna do? Is he gonna hold it on? Is he gonna take off Wilson and maybe bring on Orford? You know he will. Particularly in the second half injury time. He will. Ball goes through, nothing happens. Let's keep it going. Never seen 𝗕𝗂𝗏 poleaxing someone, says Mandy. Yeah, fair play to him. Anyway, let's grab another quick one. Let's have a go. But Tatty, I don't know what he's doing there. I'm coming back. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. You would assume that Burton needs to come out and go for the equaliser. So it should leave more holes, more gaps for the likes of Tatty and 𝗪𝗲𝗀 to make a difference. ʗᵗⁱ should recover for Cree in this setup. Second 11 left winger. Maybe, yeah. I just don't think he's, yeah. I think we had Fernandez on. We'd have wrapped this game up. Am I ahead of what you're watching? You went on up. I don't know if you see it. Well, it would do because it's called the internet, Dave. And unfortunately, the internet, it's not instantaneous. So you'll be watching instantaneously and you're watching me watch it. So I'm watching it. And then it's going up to the cloud, coming back down. So there will be a gap in proceedings. So just so you're aware of that fact. Tatty out wide to Ezra. Go on, Ezra, hit it. Nah, he had a go. That would be nice for Ezra to get a goal. Ain't going to happen, but nice of him. Nice to see. Yeah, it's decent try from Ez. Decent try, but completely skewed it. I don't think he was going for goal. I think he was going for across the goal to try and get someone in to dive in. But he had to go. He's a sweet guy, so he's really good. Sorry, I didn't mean. I've said it afterwards. That wasn't me being arsey at all. I was explaining the fact is, there will be a slight delay, just in terms of how it all works. Same as if you're watching it at the ground. If you're watching it at the ground and then you're watching it on TV, there'll be a distance. Ezra to go. Just he's not a winger. He's not a left back. I don't think he's got it in his locker personally. I think he'd be a good centre half. He'll bring the ball forward. He can do, but he's not that Diouf type player. Looks like they're making a couple of subs as well now. Anyway. Ball up. Tati's got the ball. Done well there got the ball. Tati has a shot. Oh, gets deflected. Huge. KWP has a shot. No, he goes wide to Tati. And that's Tati. It's Wilson. Sorry. Back to KWP. You're going to walk it out for a corner. Corner ball. We score. We sit back. I hate that. Why? Yep. Corner ball. Corner ball. How tall is Mohamedou Kante? He's got to be 6'4". Big lad he is. Anyway, corner in. Very poor. Not even first man. Mayes is able to get forward now because Scar's not his way before they're occupying the same space. And also don't forget we're playing against League One side, but we've just conceded the goal, so they'll be opening up in much more space now. Oh, that was a nasty tackle by Fred. Second yellow. That could fuck us up. Yeah, bollocks. Straight red as well. Don't even the yellow. Straight red. Bollocks. That's him out for 3 games now. Shit. Well, good news for Magassa. He could be playing next week now. If he plays, that was why I didn't put on Potts. Can I take off? Put a blank one in. Have to do. Of course, we had to make this interesting. Yeah, exactly. Now we have fucking 10 men now. Oh, West Ham. That was that was reckless. Yeah, ball bobbled up. He went. He basically did 2 legs in, went in between the legs. Had to make it interesting now, didn't we? We had to make it. Couldn't just go along and just have a go and try and just like, you know. Got to make it hard on ourselves, don't we? We always have to make it difficult for ourselves. Robson's looks like he's doing the old adjust the order on his iPad. Anyway, let's see what happens now. I think they should take off Callum Wilson now and bring on someone. That's give them loads of hope now, isn't it, in terms of Burton? Mavs, I tell you what, captain's performance from him today. No, I think he was always going to get. I think he was always going to give me. I don't think he got influenced. I think he was going to get. Yeah, I think it was a red all day. You know, letter of the law. He's gone off his feet. He's gone off his feet, and he's trapped the guy's leg between his two legs. Regardless of whether yellow or not, it'd have been off for that. I think. Damien wants a 4-2-3 or 4-3-2. I think they'll take off one of the strikers and bring on another midfielder and go. I just think he will. You know, he's going to try and protect this win. You know, at the moment he's still playing three up top, and I don't think that's going to help. Why did the ref take the yellow out? I think he was trying to. I think the red was behind the yellow anyway. Anyway, ball across, straight out of Burton. Only a minute or so left of this period of injury time. Diouf's coming on, so I imagine I reckon he'll take off Wilson for Diouf. And anyone in the crowd? There's Stell. Hey, I can see Stell. There's Stell. Hey, well done, Stell. Always look at the crowd when it zooms in on the West Ham crowd, because there'll always be someone there. And yes, we've seen Stell today. There we go. Good old Stell, our friend of the channel. Good old Stelios. Hope he's well. Yeah, I reckon he'll take Wilson off. Ball across, gets deflected. Harry does really well to get a hand on that. There for number 40's got the ball. They've taken a shot. Oh, fuck, that was close. That was close. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I can change the scores, can't I? I just realised I can change the score. Everybody. I didn't do that. Oh my God. It's just been the most stressful time. 3 minutes in added injury time. This has been pointlessly stressful. Now that Tati's got the ball. Nice ball out to Wilson, who's taken a decent touch, but he's knocked it out for a West Ham corner. That was a decent bit of movement there by Wilson. Oh, come on, you bloody irons. Corner to West Ham. I mean, there's no point, like, not just going for this one. Ball in. No, very poor. Very poor. Now Burton are on the attack, naturally. Oh, goes out wide. This is going to be tense. Come on, Burton, indeed. Indeed. Good defending by Ez. Just get rid of it, Wilson. Kilman. Oh, I'm losing the will to live now. Come on, you bloody irons. Ez as well gets a toe in there. Come on, West Ham. Ball in by Burton. falls to the floor. Kante absolutely just hoofs it anywhere. And it's almost the end of the first half of injury time, of extra time rather. We've we're playing 3 minutes injury time. Tati on the attack. Goes to 𝗪𝗲𝗀. Kante leaves it. Kante looks fucked. Yep, that's half time. Yep, looks like they might be bringing on 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧. Looks like they might be bringing on 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧 for the last bit of injury time. I don't think that's a bad idea because I think Kante looks a bit fucked, to be honest. He looks a bit knackered. But we'll wait and see what happens with that one. We'll keep an eye on that. Maybe Diouf won't happen. If you're new around here, give it a like. Much appreciated. As always, thanks for your continued patronage. Oh, we didn't do the draw, did we? We was too big excited. Right, let's draw. We'll draw it. Oh, so I haven't put it on the screen. I forgot to say we didn't draw it. And the winner is West Ham Network. Will we pre-draw that? That's the first time we've actually won it. The winner is Dave Edwards. Dave Edwards on Facebook. Dave, you've won. You've won. Congratulations. You've won a signed Dean Ashton photo. If you can email us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we'll get that out to you next week. Congratulations. I completely forgot Mandy as well. Thank you. I was so relieved we got a fucking win. But yes, so there we go. Well done, Dave. Congratulations. Kudos to you, my friend. Kudos to you. As I said, if anyone is new, I really appreciate a little like. All helps. Much appreciated. West Ham still down to 10 men. And we've got half an hour left to play. It looks like 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗔𝗹𝗯𝗶𝗂 going to be coming on. Looks like 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗔𝗹𝗯𝗶 going to be coming on as well. So we don't know who for yet. But a couple of subs. I would assume they might go back to a back three. So we've got 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗧 on for Kante. Good shout. Lewis 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧. Good old Lou. Nice to see Lou on the pitch. And Wilson for 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗓. So that's what's been done. Let me just change that. And then I've got to actually do it all again anyway. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗧. We're going to go back to a back three, aren't we, anyway? So let me just bring them on first and I'll move them all about. Well done, Dave. You've won. We do draws all the time on this channel. So if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. We like to say thank you to everybody for your continued patronage. And so, yeah, well done, mate. 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗓 is on. I like and subscribe just because Mill are rivals. Very good. Excellent. Thank you so much. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. But thank you anyway. And if you could give it a like, it's much appreciated. Right, we're kicked off. Oh, shit, press the wrong button. We've kicked off the second half of injury of whatever it's called, you know what I mean. Everyone's all over the fucking place at the moment. I need to sort this all out. I'm going to try and sort this out while watching the game at the same time. I think we've gone back to a back three, so I'm going to piss it. Now, this is going to look really silly, but I've got to go back to it. Where's my settings? Burton on the attack. I mean, they're going to have to go for it, innit? They're just going to have to go for it. Goes in. Oh, out for a free kick. For a goal kick. Right, let's go back to 4. Let's go for... Probably has gone back there, isn't it? Probably. So we'll do that. And then it will move. Right, leave me be. I'm just going to... Actually, it's not too bad. Just need to take 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗓 off as... Oh, I do love the way it just all fucks up. Right, so we'll put... 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂 there. 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂. Where's it's going to be? It's going to be there. 𝗕𝗂𝗓𝗓. Dave, if you message us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we'll get your prize sent out to you next week. Takes me about a week to remember to send them out more than anything. But let me just sort this out quickly. I'm sorting the pit West Ham. Obviously going to be defending probably the next 15 minutes, typically, because that is how shit we are at the moment. Right, let's get that sorted. Let's get Ezra back onto left wing back. Don't really like him left wing back, but there we go. That's just my preference. Right, let's check out 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗧's there, Orford's there. We're going to play. That's going to be. My mind's gone blank at the moment. Oh, he'll probably put Somerville there. Anyway, Burton on the attack, ball into the box from the corner, gets headed out. Shot deflected straight back into the game. All right, let's take off. Clear the ball! Clear it! Stavropoulos again. Tell you what, he has been a fucking legend today. I think he's been brilliant today. Right, then let's put KWP. He can go there, and then put Somerville there, and then we'll be all ready to roll again. Take that, and then let's put Somerville. Where is the other Somerville? There. So let's put 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗧 there. Nice to see Lewis Orford back on the pitch as well. At least you're not shit as Burnley. It says not left, but just right. Very good. Where's 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗧? We aren't. Yeah, well, we're getting there. We're not as shit. Granted. 7. Somerville. Burnley. There's another corner for Burnley. I mean, they were quite lucky there. They should have had a decent shot. He's gone out for a corner. Another corner for Burnley. That'll do. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Right, okay. So what was the backup plan if hadn't signed in last? We didn't have one, Joe. We always were going to sign 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, but I think we just left it to the last minute. Now Somerville's on the attack, although he's literally running straight into where Tatty's running. Tatty does well, brings the ball forward, gets knocked down, gets back up again, goes to Somerville, but straight peters out. I think, Joe, we was always going to sign 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, but I think it was orchestrated, so it literally was the last minute. So we looked like we were, brilliant, we signed 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, but it's like, we've signed 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂. Do you know what I mean? I think there was a bit more kidmanship around that, to be honest. Ball goes across. I don't think we're going to do a highlight show. There's not really much to talk about, to be honest, in this highlight show. 15's got the ball for them. Goes across, out for another corner. Oh. Number 42 is taking the corner. I don't know who number 42 is, but good luck to the lad. Let's see what happens. Okie dokie, here we go. Corner. Arioli does well to head it out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Burnley, mate. What? I don't understand what's going on. Did I say Burton? I said Burton, not Burnley. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, long throw for Burton. Albion. Oh, come on. Why is it now? There we go. He's just wiping his shirt, wiping the ball down. Not Sade. Someone else is taking it now. I think he went off, didn't he, Sade? They've got another person who's a long throw. We need a long throw person, don't we? Come on. We need a long throw person. Long throw in. Who headed it? Was that Ezra? No, it was 𝗪𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗪𝗧𝗧. Good type of player you want to bring on, doesn't it, really? Someone like him, just big, just go for it. Looks like they're trying to do a short corner. 9 or just under 9 minutes left of play. My iPad has decided it just wants to just give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Come on. anyway, as I said, we won't be doing a highlight show afterwards, a review show, because do you know what? I've been sat here for 3.5 hours and I've had enough. What we got? A few minutes left. Oh, to be honest, we somehow made this now. But honestly, do you know what? Yeah, I mean, fair play to us all for still being here. But ball in, gone to the sidelines. Burnley got the ball. Burton got the ball. Sorry. I think Ezra tried to do a clever pass. Oh, Jesus Christ. It sort of fell to this guy and he absolutely spooned the shot. Was that, I don't know what it was. I know. I keep saying Burnley now because you said Burnley and it's Burton. I said Burton Albion. We haven't gone for Burton. Going for Burton. Burton's the clothes shop. I think Ezra tried to do something clear. I think Ezra tried to like cushion it back to the goalkeeper, but he didn't have enough on it. He looks well up for it. But the Burton fan. If you're new and give it a like, thanks for subscribing. If you aren't subscribing, please do. Don't forget, with all these academy players, if you want to know about the academy, ball over the top. Tatty's got you miles offside. If you want to know about the academy, don't forget 6 p.m. every Monday. We've got the academy show. Academy had a couple of games under 21s this week. 1 win, 1 draw. Under 18s play today. And next Tuesday, West Ham play Tamworth in the National League Cup semi-final. So, could be Wembley away. Is it Wembley? Yeah, it is Wembley, I think. So maybe West Ham could get to Wembley this season, albeit via the National League trophy. Mate, they're playing well. I mean, considering where Burton are in this, Burton are 23rd in League One. They've had a massive turnout of fans, and fair play, they've taken us to extra time. We've had to bring on the likes of Tatty, 𝗪𝗂𝗓𝗂, 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗖, to do the job, and they still are having a go. So fair play to them. We're not totally impartial. We're West Ham fans, but you know what I mean. Fair play. We always, when I'm doing the commentary or the announcing for the cup games, we always wish the opposition, if it's lower league, well in the next, in the rest of the season. Hoofed from 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖. Back to their goalkeeper from their centre half. Oh, 𝗪𝗪𝗓 really well. Go on, Sammy. Go on, Jim. Finish it off. Oh, fucking hell. Dave, how did he miss that? Took it off the... he did really well to get there, to press even the... I know he's just come on. And you think, just got to put it around the side. Oh. Mate, it's different though, isn't it? It's different when you're playing like... They'll all be up for this game. They're playing West Ham. They're playing... It's on TNT and all that type of stuff. And you're right, have absolutely nothing to lose. They could do. I mean, look at Macclesfield and I mean, there's a reason why this is on telly at 12:15 on TNT, because they think this was going to happen. And they never. I mean, like the Macclesfield one took everyone by surprise. Against Palace, and they got Brentford. They could do it. I don't think they'll do it again with Brentford, but that's the great thing that the pyramid system, really on the FA Cup, as you said, the lower league teams have nothing to lose, and everything to gain. And the side, nice little back by Tatty. Now Tatty's got the ball back from 𝗪𝗪𝗓, goes wide to Orford. Orford looks up. Where's he going to go? Slow it down. Goes to Magassa. What was that? Oh, offside. Was it offside? Oh, okay. Oh. Drop ball. Okay, interesting. But you're right. I mean, that's why I love the FA Cup, because anything can happen. It was, and to be honest, none of the broadcasters thought that were going to happen because they're in league, like National League or whatnot. I mean, it is one of the biggest giant killings of all time. And so, it didn't surprise me that happened. No, it surprised me it didn't get picked up by broadcast sides. You know, it wasn't on TNT or BBC. And they missed out. But yeah, it's a tough game, you know, as I said, you know, and Burnley are in the same position as West Ham, you know, and they beat Millwall in the last round 5-1, but you know, I think maybe Burnley may be slightly different in the fact that, you know, they are so far away now from the points and Wolves, you know, so yeah. Linda Rich BSH honours, congratulations. I'm a BA honours myself. Very good. You won't find such matches there. No, you won't in the Carabao. The Carabao is a different game, isn't it? Because different kettle of fish, really. You know, completely. Somerville was the player of the match. Emirates player of the match. Somerville. He's only been on for like, what was it? 35 minutes. I thought 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀 has been exceptional today. I think Mav has been an absolute rock. I mean, considering even the goal Jimmy scored was a deflection, I think that's a bit, that takes a piss a little bit. But goal scorers always get the accolades. I think Mav has been an absolute fucking rock today. I don't think he's put a foot wrong. Kilman, yes, he has put a foot wrong. He's done all right, but you know, it's a clean sheet. But it is against a League One opponent. But it's a clean sheet. That will breed confidence. Areola, his first. Well, he won't talk just yet. We've still got 2 minutes left plus injury time. Number 15's taking the shot. Fucking hell, it was close. Areola, I don't know how much he thought that was going wide. Jesus, that was close. Jesus. Is that Lofthouse? Oh, I'd say Areola did not judge that ball very well. He didn't. Fucking hell, it was close. I think he thought that was a shitter shot, and it was. What it? But yeah, Carabao is one of those things where I think you pretty much guarantee. You know, the big six do tend to dominate that. They'll play the kids and then get through the early rounds, and obviously they don't get into the first couple of rounds as well, because of that. Anywho, let's see, a little bit longer. Well, I think although we've been shit, I think they've been. I think Burton have made a really good account of themselves, and I wish them all the best for the rest of the season. I tell you, because they you know, they've got a cracking atmosphere, lovely ground, proper old school football ground, isn't it? You know, and fair play to them. Their fans have been absolutely belting all day, absolutely chock-a-block, as you would imagine. And the first time ever we've played Burton, we have 100. Do you know we have 100% record where we play Burton Albion, 100% record. This is Norman 57. Have I missed us being any different? No, I'm 40 something. I haven't missed us being different. Now, Wrexham, Stockport, even Kidderminster. To be honest, I mean that Kidderminster game. If it weren't for Declan Rice's moments of genius, that would have really fucked us up. Anywho. Cleared. 2 minutes added injury time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes injury time. Cummy wines. 29's got a ball. Areola, great last minute save. Clear the ball. Clear the fucker. Get it out. Fuck it out. West Ham, can you just stop my blood pressure? Please. Please. It is mental. Just see a game out. Just see a game out, please. That's all I ask. Just see the game out. Literally, good save by Areola. Palms it. They got there again. Their guy really should have done better. Should have done a lot better, to be honest. Oh, why do we? You know, it's like again, it's just West Ham, innit? 30 seconds left of normal time. Oh. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. This is just like what it was like the other day, West Ham versus Anderlecht. It all kicked off like that. And that's why you've got someone like Tatty, because Tatty... And who's the first one over there? The captain. The captain. That's exactly what he should... What a captain does. Goes in there, puts it about, trying to sort it all out. Bit of handbags, but, you know. Their goalkeeper's gone up now. Love it. I love the FA Cup for these sorts of things. Last minute, goalkeeper yellow card. Goalkeeper get yellow card for kicking off? Yeah, a couple of those guys got it. I've aged 2 years for this match, says Joe. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be the last dubbings from the game. Last kick of the game, really. I think this is going to be. They're going for it, whacking it in. They're going to whack it in the old onion bag and see what happens in it. Oh, and it's done. It's done. West Ham are through. Jesus Christ. West Ham are through. Fucking hell. Oh, my goodness. West Ham are through to the 5th round, having beaten Burton Albion 1-0 after extra time. Fair play to Burton Albion. We were shocking. We looked like a side which hadn't played together, which exactly was it. And that is the issue when you play sides like this. That exact issue where you've got a situation where, you know, we're trying to do multiple. Yes, it smiles. You know, it's a clean sheet. Ariola's first clean sheet of the season. Another clean sheet for the defence. Yes, I know we played Burton Albion, but it was done. Interesting. I just caught Nuno talking very talking in Somerville's ear. So maybe he was talking about what happened in the thing, or anyway, it was done. Oh, so I'm having a bit of a laugh. Okay, having a bit of a laugh. Job done. We're done. We're through. Never in doubt. Well, I think he was pretty much in doubt. And West Ham are through to the 5th round. I think the draw is on Monday. Obviously now we play. Then we can sit back and hopefully enjoy the rest of your weekend. As I said, I had it. If Tatty had scored, as I said, happy Valentine's Day to you all. Thank you for joining me with your one true love. Don't tell the missus. Don't tell the husband or significant others. The one true love being West Ham. And yeah, we're through. Sheer torture, but we're through. Let's see what happens in the next round. Hopefully, as I said, some good games there for you to enjoy for the rest of the day. And good minutes for certain players. Need to keep them working. I'm taking my pills now for heart. Oh, mate, tell me about it. And it is momentum. We're going into a side now. We've got a massive game next week. I mean, every game's massive, we know, but the players are happy. They got through. We got through. And again, it's a similar situation at the moment. We just want to get the points on the board. It's momentum building, and watch England later on. Maybe they can beat the Scots, and at the moment Italy are beating Ireland in the Six Nations. But I'm going to go. Much love, peace out, take care. Come you wines, we're through to the hat.